y'all feel?
So you guys
can.
I'm so confused because if somebody eats me out and then comes back up and I kiss them and shit like that, I'm okay with that.
By his uncle and shit like that.
Yeah, so don't say nothing.
Everybody got quiet too.
Everything's being recorded and it's going on YouTube.
All right, that's dope.
So the first topic.
Angela, you ready?
Can y'all see this?
Man, you brought the smoke immediately.
Boy, that green saucing, boy.
It's actually wild to me. It's wild to me how they going in.
What about her?
So
Like,
thoughts. Just
I don't even know what the debate is. Like plenty of
like the death of.
I feel like that's life. She was 97 years old.
Yeah, she lived a long life, a long good life.
Bro, she went through like 20 of our presidents. Like real talk. Like she was
I seen somebody put a collage of all the presidents that she took a picture with. She has a whole collage of just presidents that she's been with.
Yeah. I just don't get why people going in on her. Like I think it's real messy to make fun of anybody dying regardless. So like that's my only angle. I don't get why anybody feels like that's cool.
It's allowed to happen to our ancestors.
What they gonna do with her?
She was here.
Ancestor. She was here in like World War II.
Britain colonized so much. She took over
she
a lot.
She wasn't here for that.
Yes, she was.
That's 97 years, so.
What are you saying that she called?
What she went over to Africa. She took a lot of the artwork from over there and put it into the British museums in the 30s.
Okay.
She did a lot of that.
I seen something about some diamond that she took from Africa that she wears on her crown or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I believe that most diamonds come from there.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, like
that's pretty standard.
Hey, so I guess we gotta
make it okay.
When Jay-Z died, we gotta do the same thing because he wearing blood diamonds, huh?
It's one.
Did he take them? I'm
pretty sure.
No, he got them from Jacob, who he knew got them from Africa.
Okay,
so that's what you know what I'm saying? Like sad? Is that what we're trying to be? Sad?
I don't think we're sad or anything. It's not our country. I don't even get it. Plenty of world leaders die all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not our country.
It ain't.
Like, I don't get it.
Only one don't look good.
But once again, my big thing is I just don't get why you would be.
I felt more sad when Kobe died over her.
That's what I just said yesterday.
You did. You said that yesterday.
Said that shit yesterday.
Right. The difference is if somebody made fun of Kobe dying, we'd all went in on him.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's all I'm saying is why would you make fun of somebody who just died? I don't get that.
Old girl with the blonde hair.
They did that shit when Kevin Samuels died. Everybody just went in on that guy.
I didn't.
But Kevin Samuels was also hated by a lot of people too.
So was every world leader ever.
Y'all can't hear nobody. Y'all just.
There's different levels to it. It's kind of like Nipsey dying. You know what I'm saying? No one really made fun of Nipsey dying either. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just that status. There's some people that you do, and there's some people you don't. That's just.
So I just want to respond to what was it, Angela who said that? So Angela, so you said that she took art from Africa and put it in England. So she was born in 1926. So basically at the age of 4, she went to Africa and took art. No, man, she took over in her late 20s. Like, you know what I'm saying? In World War II era, like that's when she took over England. So that's like I don't know why we're like acting like she been around for 300 years. Like
not 300. So
we're in 2022. She was 96 or 97 when she got. Think about that. Even if it was 100 years, that's 1920.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really make sense.
Next topic.
Jamie.
Hey, you know they postponed my girl fight because of this.
Oh my God, that's what I was talking about.
Who's fighting?
Clarissa Fields. Did anybody keep up with her?
Hello.
Why?
Because it was in the UK, and I was all excited to watch.
Okay, okay, so that makes sense if she's in the UK and the fight was in UK.
That makes sense.
Hello.
Yes.
What's up with you?
Who is this?
How you doing?
Are you waiting for that? Hold on, I'm looking for it.
And she wasn't the queen until 1952, by the way.
What you looking for?
like what she had to do with the stuff, the art and stuff that she took out of Africa. But
Where
she
y'all
did.
from?
I know she took a lot of art out of
In the
Africa.
school or
The
something.
whole country took the art.
She became the queen in 1952.
But they were still taking it. What do you think?
What
Okay.
country don't do that?
Exactly. And I don't got no respect for none of them.
Yep.
I don't
I
have
agree with that.
all the people that's
But having respect for someone and roasting someone after they died, totally different.
You got time for a dog, bro?
Ooh, here's the
Agree.
everybody dies.
Oh, of course.
But
Chris Rock said it best, man. Once you're over 80 years old, you get hit by a bus, you die of natural causes. She lived a long life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter how she died. She died of natural causes. Like, you know,
I don't treat people no different when they die than I did when they was alive. So I really, that's how I feel about that. If I would have talked shit about her when she was alive, I'd do it if she did.
Did you post?
Well, see, I kind of disagree because spirituality and stuff. Man, you talk about someone bad in death, they end up haunting you or something.
That karma.
I ain't doing that.
I'm spiritual, but I don't care for the lady. I don't have nothing to say though.
Exactly. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at with it. Like,
yeah.
I'm the same way.
But see that with that,
no remarks
means that you also probably shouldn't care.
Remarks complete.
Right? If you wouldn't care about what other people have to say about it either, right?
Nah, because that shit blew up my timeline. I ain't see nobody posting memes about the queen a year ago. It's only now that she dead. They weren't doing that shit a year ago. They weren't doing that shit.
Those people.
No. What I'm saying is, I didn't see no memes about Queen Elizabeth until after she died. Nobody was talking about her while she was alive at all. That's what I'm saying. So it's not. So you said you would give the same energy after they died, but you weren't giving that energy when she was alive. Is what I'm saying. Like people doing too much, they being extra. That's what I'm talking about.
I kind of did when she did the shit with the whole Meghan Markle thing. I was like, what the fuck y'all expect from England? Like, they don't like black. Period.
They rich white people. All rich white people don't like black people.
Why would they give a shit? So I did say a lot, and I posted a lot of those little Mari memes about Prince Harry, whether or not it's gonna be, and it was 100%.
You can do a direct message at Nadira. I'm saying it right.
Yeah. But no. So yeah, I clowned on a lot of shit while she was alive. I thought the shit was funny, even. So, but that's just who I am.
Topic.
Right.
Damn, niggas are still talking. Shit.
Don't let her talk.
I agree.
Next.
So let's get back to horoscopes.
All right, so this next one.
Pull out that Ouija board.
Oh no, that's bad juju. We don't do Ouija boards.
We don't do Ouija boards.
So this is one that Mark wanted to discuss. Go ahead and speak on this one, Mark.
Is he here?
Hey, you might want to put
what?
your
I got something to say about this one.
Who is Mark?
I might have something to say about this one too.
Mark, go ahead. You want to say,
bro? Did I send you this?
Yes.
Damn, I think there was more context to it. Bro, it was so long ago. It was like,
bro, that was like a couple days ago.
There were. Hold on, let me go back to it. I sent more.
Get to the topic.
I was trying to get him to explain it.
I can't explain it because I really don't remember it.
Damn.
That's a lie. You a liar because just like 2 seconds ago in the chat, you was like,
well, what did you say you had to say about this then, Davis?
I don't agree.
You say you agree?
I said I don't agree.
He said he doesn't agree with the.
Okay. I don't agree with there's no such thing as an alpha female because we gotta look at it like if you break it down to like real simple way of thinking, right? Alpha, beta, all that stuff comes from animals. If you really think about it, right? And there's plenty of times where you can like I got a pit bull, right? I had two, and they were brother and sister. The sister was more alpha than the male, so she led, and how he, whatever she did, he did. So in my perspective, I've seen where a female can lead and be an alpha and dominate the room with a bunch of males. That's possible.
A dog.
I don't knock it. I don't knock it and say it's not possible. You can't say there's no such thing.
He said a dog.
Does
No,
anybody?
So,
he's just
where I
using
think I was
animals
going-
as an example. For
I use
instance,
it
a
as an
pride.
example. I'm not trying
Think
to
of a
compare and say,
pride.
we
You got a
dogs.
lion and
But
then
at
a
the end of the
lioness.
day,
I
at the
know.
end of the day, you
A
gotta
pack.
look at it like
You
that because
got
that's where the
the male,
terminology
the
roots
alpha
from.
wolf.
So what was you saying, Mark?
So I think that my train of thought on that part was that that women that are trying to be men.
Oh, that's
think that's what I was
where you
going
was at
with.
with it.
I
That's the
think
part
so.
I'm saying.
But
That
all
I
ain't
men
think so.
That has nothing to do with that. A woman can be
Listen,
feminine and still be an alpha.
facts.
Yep.
Just saying. That's just how you carry yourself. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, think about like that movie Mean Girls. You know what I'm saying? Like she was very feminine, but
They ganging up on you, Mark.
he was still running them girls.
Bro, I honestly don't remember, man. I let it happen.
All right, fuck it, remarks complete.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Yeah.
Don't
I
worry.
don't know anybody who thinks
next time I have a
that, though.
topic.
I mean, do you maybe meant they might be too independent nowadays to need a man? Maybe along that line?
I was
What
going
they gotta
off
do with
of.
being an alpha?
I'm pretty sure it was, women trying to be like actual men. I think that's where I was going with it, but I have no context on it because I honestly don't remember.
You
Those
talking
are
about
studs.
trans people?
Those aren't
Yeah,
alphas.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like trans.
Like where you going?
Hey, whatever.
You know what, Mark?
Hey,
let's
Mark just
take
trying to
this
talk
L,
shit. That's
man.
why he ain't on the camera while we talking about it. He don't even want to be associated with the
Bro,
bullshit coming out of his face.
Here I
right
am.
now.
I'm doing this, man. What's up?
Tonight on 2020, that's about to be
Next time I have a subject,
Spencer thought he had a hot topic, and Mark don't even know what the fuck he was
He don't
about.
even remember. He said he ain't send it. I just showed him that he
Jones was
sent
ready.
it.
He said he got the Birdman love on this one.
All right, what's next?
All right, hold on.
That's too funny.
Oh, shit.
All right. Can y'all see that?
Toxic relationship goals versus logical goals.
This is Nadir's topic, so she'll explain this.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we
No. You ain't forget, did you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, I was already on the phone, but okay. Anyways.
Oh shit.
So toxic relationship goals versus logical goals. So what internally do you have in you to make a great, healthy relationship?
Huh?
But what now? What do you have in you to make a great relationship? A healthy relationship?
I mean, logical, ain't it?
Who's
Not toxic?
I keep hearing, I hear kids.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
I hear kids and a dog barking.
Yeah, that's my dog. Hold on. I'm gonna mute myself.
Through it. So you said, what do you have in you?
Yeah, what is it about you that makes a great, healthy relationship versus it being a possibility that it's going to be a toxic relationship?
Right now, I can honestly tell you, any relationship I get in gonna be toxic as hell.
Okay, and why is that?
Because I'm in the process of getting a divorce, and I'm mad as shit.
Okay, so if you get into a new relationship, it will be toxic, basically, right? It'll be a rebound.
Like, if I was to do it right now, yes. That's why I'm feeling my first.
Okay, and JoJo?
I would say, I don't know. I've in the past, I've been pretty toxic. I've had my toxic traits. As I've gotten older, I've learned to communicate a lot better. I don't try to, I try to hear, like listen, because I have a tendency, or I had a tendency to like try to take over the situation without actually listening to the other person's side. And then like, for instance, my ex-husband said that I didn't emotionally like take care of him in a sense, that there were times where he was feeling down and I was like, well, why the fuck you feeling like that? Just get up and go. And what he wanted was for me to be like, more I don't want to say motherly, but more, caring as a partner, to be to be like, it's okay, you can come here if you want to cry, motherfucker, cry.
Love
Like, it's
language.
okay, I'll give you a hug and we'll be okay. And so I've learned to kind of step back from being that aggressive person. So I think that's what I got. That's part of it.
Okay.
That's good.
I mean, I don't know.
Who's next?
Huh?
What's the question?
What was the question?
What is it that you bring to a relationship that's
it's on the fucking screen?
So are you saying like it's like on the fence, like it could go either way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Toxic relationship.
Because I'm hearing gold.
Because I'm like confused because it's kind of like I get what you're saying, but I don't at the same time. Because I feel like you're saying, what do you bring that could possibly be looked at as toxic that you might think is not toxic?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly.
Is that exactly what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So if you are dealing with a situation, whether it's, you know, fresh, new, whatever.
I got something. So for me, and I still deal with it even to this day. So me and my wife, we've been married going on 12 years. And one of the things that I know that I do that's, I guess, toxic is that I kind of like if something could be big for her, right? Like she could take something very seriously. And if it's not serious in my book, I kind of just like be like, nah, man, what you doing? Just chill out, calm down.
Okay.
It ain't really.
So
it ain't really
would you consider that a toxic trait, though?
I don't think that's toxic.
Okay.
I mean, it can be. It can be. I could if I do it enough to where it mentally messes her up. It could turn into something toxic. I think so.
Okay.
If to me anything that can, like, I guess. Well, okay, maybe I don't know.
I don't think so, bro. Because really, what you're saying is you don't let shit get under your skin easy, which is actually the opposite of toxic. You try to avoid stuff bothering you like crazy.
So
now,
that's
other people,
but you can't avoid everything.
But
you have to be able to talk things out.
Let me reiterate. It's
I'm not avoiding it. I'm not avoiding it. No, you're just saying it doesn't bother you the same way.
Yeah,
so like,
yeah. Well, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
Other people being less resilient than you is not you being toxic.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's really what I'm saying. You basically.
But if you don't know how to have a healthy balance, then it can turn toxic.
No, there's no healthy balance of resilience. Like the more you
but there is a healthy balance when you're in a relationship, because you have to understand your partner. And if that is something that gets to your partner or you know it kind of can be triggering, then you have to learn how to kind of compromise and balance yourself out. Not saying that it is toxic.
No, okay, but I'm saying on that thought process though, how is him being resilient? How do you balance that? Like he's basically, you're saying when I punch you in the arm, sometimes that shit need to hurt, nigga. Like that's basically what you're saying. No. Like because he's too tough for your punch to hurt. So it makes me feel bad.
I could kind of explain it
because I don't care at all.
Go ahead.
So I get where both of y'all are coming from. So with him, what he's saying is like from the resilient person side of it, or something that doesn't bother him as much, but he don't understand why she's spazzing out, right? But as the wife, a lot of times, like as the person that spazzes, I'm not gonna say the wife because whichever one spazzes in the guy, but as the person that spazzes, a lot of times we just want to spazz out and just be in a place where somebody hug us and then we get back to our shit. And that's why by minimizing her problems is a little bit, because you don't give a shit about it. Like if she spazzes about the color of a font, like just pick a fucking font. Like it seems simple, but at that point it's bigger than that to her. So just listen to her and hear her out, and then you ain't got to respond. Just listen, like, you know what, babe, what can I do to help?
So that's logical then to you, in your opinion.
I would challenge that and saying no matter what he say, he gonna be wrong, because that's where her head is right then. Like because that's one of those. That's one of those. Just as a guy who's been in that situation before, like if she is in her feelings mood, any response he gives is the wrong response. Like that is known to men. Like
That's not
sometimes
necessarily true.
hey, I'm just telling. I
It
said
just
it's grown
depends
to
on the
men.
woman and the type of person you're dealing with. That's
I'm
not
telling you that
necessarily true.
nothing is necessarily true. There's exceptions to everything, but the majority of the time it's true. Like the guy just got to take the L. Like a lot
Well,
of
I
times,
guess I'm not used to it because I don't actually know what it is.
because if he don't say nothing,
Knock on the
he'll
door.
come at him for that. If he tries to help too much, I don't need you to help me. I need you to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it don't matter what his response is. She just wants to be angry. Like that. And sometimes that's the way it be. And it's okay. True. But we can't act like that ain't the case. That happens all the time to a lot of people.
And that's one thing I would say us as men, where that's kind of hard for us, because that's when the logical piece does come in, because we're like, okay, we see you react one way last time. I didn't say anything.
Oh my God, where Trey at?
And then this time I say something. Now you're still pissed. So it's kind of like, for us, we view it as, dang, it's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose.
When in actuality, what it really is, because I mean, my wife even broke this down to me, and it's still tough. I don't think it's really ever get this down, just to be real. But she said that we got to be able to read the room, read the situation, and react to it the appropriate way. But I mean, that's kind of like, I don't know, it's a double-edged sword, because how do we know, like, from our appropriate way may never match your appropriate way? You know what I mean?
I think naturally men, when they see women, the frustration in women, the first thing they want to do is try to fix it. And that is the nature of a man trying to fix things. And sometimes
but
you're right.
If we do nothing,
you're right, Davis. You come in and you like trying to fix something, and we like, I didn't ask you.
Exactly.
Or, like, I didn't ask for your opinion.
It's no.
Well, I'm trying to help you. Well, I don't want you to help me. And then later on, we're like, hey, can you help me with this?
I was explaining this to my son quite recently. It was probably a couple of days ago. There's gonna be times where he is expected to be a psychic. And if he don't know exactly how to respond, it don't matter how right he is. It don't matter how much. Matter of fact, I'll take it even worse, because even further, because of the slide itself saying toxic versus whatever. Like, if we in a good mood and you in a bad mood, y'all come at us just to fuck our mood up. Like, because y'all don't like the fact that we having a good time while you angry. Like, this shit happens a lot.
Not necessarily true.
Fellas, preach. Please preach. Fellas.
You can probably say that's a toxic trait. That is a toxic trait.
Thank you, JoJo. Thank you.
That's a toxic. And now that we're talking about it, that's a toxic trait.
It's a toxic trait that a lot of women share.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if you notice that you're doing that, then you can correct yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you're just going in just to piss somebody off because you're in a pissy ass mood, maybe you all shouldn't be in a relationship because that person got something they need to work on themselves.
That's not just women though.
Kevin Hart made a whole stand-up comedy. Kevin Hart made a whole stand-up comedy about women having fun. They don't even want to hear you fun down. No. I had a bad day, nigga. You can't enjoy yourself. The fuck is going on here?
I disagree with the fact that you're saying that's a woman's trait.
Yeah, I feel like those are just women that you've dealt with, because that's not all women. Those are women you've dealt with, and not all women. Don't come for us.
I ain't Kevin Hart.
Right? Thank you.
Don't come for us. Hold on.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is y'all.
This y'all must have our own experiences as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of them that are similar in that all men kind of share, or most men kind of share. So I'm like, you can't just keep saying that shit's a myth. You know, when a whole bunch of fucking men keep saying the same, a whole bunch of men say after they get married, they don't have sex as much. A whole bunch of men say this shit. A whole bunch of men say, that's what I'm saying. You're trying to explain it as if it's not a reality, and it is a reality.
No, I'm not saying it like that. But what I am saying is, again, people have to be able to communicate. And the problem is a lot of people get married and they don't really know that person. They think they know them from what they saw, but then
that's cool. But let me ask you this.
No, so maybe
that's cool. But let me ask you this. Please. And please answer honestly. How many men do you know have said they cannot communicate with women? The women, you can't argue with a woman. She'll just talk over you. She don't want to hear what you got to say. How are you going to communicate when she's not willing to communicate?
Because you know what? That's for that woman is probably an upbringing that she saw other women. She saw her like women that were in her, area, whatever. Her upbringing has probably showed her that's how she needs to react towards a man.
That's not just her upbringing.
I don't think it's one that,
I feel like it's a learned trait. It's a learned trait.
I don't understand it
Oh,
personally.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
Because
me
I
neither.
don't
I don't understand what's going on.
We communicate. Where I'm from, I communicate. I can share my emotions. I can tell you exactly how I'm feeling. I can let you know I'm pissed off right now. Just leave me alone for a second. Let me calm down.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything wrong, and I don't want to come off at you wrong because you didn't do nothing to me.
So, Shar,
But
what's your
I hang with people like that too. So I don't honestly see that very often.
The problem is that it's not the fact that you can't communicate, right? It's not the fact that we can't communicate or y'all can't communicate. The fact is that everyone communicates differently. And what happens is the way I express my feelings, the way I communicate, you don't like how I do it. You don't like the response. You don't like the way I deal with the emotion, and y'all want me to communicate the way y'all want me to communicate. And it could happen vice versa. That's the problem. It's not the fact we don't communicate or y'all don't communicate. It's the fact that we're not lining up with our communication. You're not just accepting, okay, he communicates like this, I communicate like that. If we accept that from each other, then we can work with that. But if we say, no, you got to say this, you got to act like this, you got to react like this, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be friction.
Well, and that, yes, I totally 100% agree with that. But again, I don't witness that. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I can hear, I hear you men saying it, but I've never witnessed it. I don't deal with it personally. And so it's hard for me to be like, okay, I completely agree because I don't see it on a day-to-day basis. I don't hear it. My guy friends, we don't talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll come at me and be like, hey, this is this. And I'm like, well, you need to X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never.
But your guy friends aren't your boyfriend. That's not the
exactly.
same.
And I understand that, but I never had that in my relationships either. Where it was just like, if you respond in a way that I don't like, that's your feeling. You're allowed to feel and respond the way you feel. You're not going to take something the same way I'm going to take something. And I can't be upset at you for being that way.
That's cool, but that's cool, but that makes you an anomaly. It doesn't make you the standard.
But
like, that's not what most people
do. The standard. So it's hard for me to relate to it.
Standard on relationships, which are individual things for individual couples.
You could say that, but there's a lot of people that have the same exact experiences. Men have the same complaints. It's very rare you hear an off-the-wall complaint from a dude. It's the same shit over and over again. No matter, I'm going to other countries, they have the same complaints. It's crazy.
That situation, because you're not in a like I'm not in a relationship with you. You're not in a relationship within like the people on here. Charles, he's not in a relationship with the next person. Like you have to deal with the individual that you're in the relationship with instead of looking at the outside as like, oh, well, all men are this way and all women are this way and this is how it should be. No, you and your partner have to have that.
So I'm gonna address that, right? The reason that doesn't work is because the overall situation that does exist never gets addressed. So every time the overall situation gets brought up, we sidebar it. We want to no, you got to deal with the individual. But there's an overarching issue that is consistent, like amongst relationships. So if you never deal with the overall thing,
relationship between you and the person that you're in a relationship with, y'all can talk about the overall problem, the individual problems, the minuscule problems, the major problems.
Right, but none of us are in relationships with each other. We're here to talk about the overall. I don't date none of y'all.
Exactly.
Like you said, we're here to talk about the overall. Every relationship has its little nuances that are different, but there are similarities in almost every man and woman relationship that men consistently complain about and women consistently complain about. Women consistently complain that men cheat on them. We can't then say that that's an anomaly. Like it's too much. It happens too often to say that it's an anomaly. Men consistently complain that their women stop having sex with them. But what men and women never seem to have a conversation is maybe men cheat because their women stop having sex with them. Anytime you say that, oh, well, that wasn't me. That was just in their relationship. That shit don't happen in this house. Like, that's what I'm saying. We never address the overall situation.
You maybe don't this conversation because
You're cutting out. Can you guys hear her?
Yeah, she cutting. Angela, you cutting off a little bit.
Oh, we actually did. Me and my husband did have that conversation about why sex was not what it was. Like after I started having kids and he stopped helping and stopped putting in the effort, it was one of those situations where we had to like, look, we need to talk about this because this is a problem. So that's what I'm saying. Those are individual conversations that need to be had in relationships versus having an overall conversation.
Actually, everything you just said is most women's experience and most men's experience for that matter. Charles, I want to give you just not to cut you off, Angela, but Charles, I just want to address before I forget what you had said. I think that the main reason that happens is because women are the prize in a relationship. So because they're the prize in the relationship, the moment that the man wants to be heard, like as if or even Joe, you even said it, like the moment the man wants to be taken care of, the woman's not prepared for it. Because and I'm not saying all women, I got it right, but most times the man takes care of the woman, he takes care, but the moment that he's vulnerable, it needs to be taken care of, she's not ready for that because he was never the prize, she always was.
No, sweetie.
That's what I've seen to be true.
Because my husband had to deal with PTSD.
I'm not talking about you individually. I'm saying in general.
But you said all individual relationships about the general, so.
No, I didn't.
You said
that's what you heard. You weren't listening.
No. He was saying in this specific topic, as we are talking as a group, we are not talking about our individual personal experiences. We're talking about the general.
Yeah, because none of us date each other.
Talking about in general.
Yeah.
Most of the shit that guys complain about be the same shit.
The same shit.
Not talking about any of y'all's specific relationship, just the overall in general. This is what most men complain about, and it's pretty much the same thing.
But whenever
are those
try to
things
have a conversation, go ahead.
Are those things being brought up as far as like conversations when those men are complaining about it? So if you're complaining about something, just say, I don't know, the fact that like you're going back to the whole no sex thing where women stop having sex and complaining that, and then complain that men are cheating. So are the men coming and saying like, hey, look, this is why it's happening, like this is the exact reason why it's happening?
No, because men cheat on the side. They don't they're not about cheating.
So we're just talking about communication here is key.
But what I'm saying is like when the woman complains about it, because if you're saying like women are complaining about men cheating, and men pretty much are being like, we're cheating because we ain't having sex. Like there is lack of sex. I'm cheating. Not necessarily saying you got to come out and be like, I'm cheating on you because I'm not getting none. But does the conversation come up when you're feeling like you're not getting enough?
Yeah, and what happens?
So you go to them and say, hey, look, if you're not sucking my dick the way you used to suck it, you know what I'm saying? You're not giving it to me the way you used to give it to me. And it makes me feel some type of way. Are those type of conversations happening to change the outcome of this whole, these like women feel this way, men feel that way? Because if it's not actually happening and people are just moving on, then we're going to always stay in this general, you know what I'm saying? Like atmosphere, because no one's actually having conversations on how to fix it.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, men do have those conversations, but whenever they have those conversations, the women victimize themselves to make the men feel like shit for having the conversation. Oh, so sex is the only thing that matters to you? Like that's the first response.
It's a big thing.
But then I don't know why women act like it don't matter, because it does.
No, like, but they will act that way. They will act that way. So you have that's one of the reasons. And the other big reason, particularly after you have kids, is that I'm not just saying the women, we as adults, when we have kids, start putting our kids first, and we stop putting our partner first. So once that happens, eventually the kids become the focus and the partner is second, and eventually there becomes resentment from both sides. It happens every time. Because now, and it's not to say they're jealous of their kids, they're just not being treated the same way by their partner as they used to be. That's ultimately what it boils down to. So because of that actually leads to it a lot as well.
And I understand, because I'm pretty sure, as anybody else is, where most of us are probably parents. And it is, I mean, kids can't fend for themselves when you first have them till they get to a certain point in life. But that's also saying that there needs to be self-reflection in your relationship and in your situation as a person, because you should be able to balance the two. You should be able to do both. So, and I'm a single parent, and I can say I still do both as a single parent. I don't put one before the other. Yes, my child will always come first.
Well, there it is.
When it comes to what is needed for her, but I'm not gonna just also never give.
See, you know there it is. That's a cultural thing, because and this really only happens in American couples, white or black, it doesn't matter. Like, only in American couples is it really where the kids come first always. And so usually the husband and wife come first no matter what. You know, and if they don't, then this will happen regardless. If you continue to take care of yourself, I'm talking about husband and wife, if you or spouses, if they continue to take care of themselves and put themselves first, they'll be happy. And if they're happy, they'll be good parents. So ultimately, you're putting your kids first by taking care of your partner first. But people don't think of it that way. So what happens is you put your kids first, and then your partner eventually becomes second, third, fourth fiddle, and eventually y'all break up, and now your kids live in a single parent household, which ultimately hurts your kids more. So you would have been helping your kids more by being good partners. That ultimately is it. But we all are taught to put your kids first. In America,
even as a single parent, you can still co-parent and be good parents.
Yes. You can, but we're talking about
I don't believe that you being a single parent. I grew up in a single parent household, so I guess that's a little personal for me. And so hearing you say something like that and being a single parent, that kind of was like a hit to me. And I don't like that. I don't like how you're like downplaying single parents, and
that's not me though. I'm not downplaying single parents.
But you just did.
That's statistically.
You said that it's better if you have a co-parent and
a two-parent
relationship that is. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying a two-parent environment is healthier for the kid. That is universally known to be true. Like, if you have both parents in the house, it's a better environment for the kids. Now, if both parents hate each other, different animal, right? If they hate each other in the same household, that's toxic. But they have way more chance to be successful if both parents are in their life and living in the same house. That is just statistically true. That's not like an opinion thing.
I don't know.
I think it's where are
these statistics coming from though? And what genre of people are they actually taking these sample groups?
I will have to say that's false.
Right. Like what is the sample group? Like who, what, the age, just all of that. Because I came from a single parent, home. I'm now a single parent due to the fact that I refused to keep my child in a toxic situation. I would never allow her to be in a home where every day she woke up toxic. And now my 2-year-old, who just turned 2, she can count to 10. She knows all her ABC. She knows all of her colors. She can have a full-blown conversation with you as a 2-year-old. So I don't believe that it's always about staying together or having a 2-parent household, just as long as both parents are taking care of the child and loving the child correctly is what really.
I said that. I said the parents hate each other. That's no good. I said that.
I understand that, but again, I'm just saying the statistics of what you're saying. The statistics is like, what is the genre of people that they're taking these? I guess the control group for, because is it just rich white? Is it? You know what I'm saying? Is it?
No, they're basing it off. They base it off.
They do it with everyone.
They do it with everyone.
Yeah.
And this is
Nadira has her hand up. Nadira has her hand up. I want to hear what she got to say. Or not.
Or Maya was given a point. I don't know why we
couldn't. She was on mute.
Nadira, are you going to say something?
Maya barely
was on mute.
Turn her speaker or her microphone off again.
Yeah, Maya, go ahead.
No, that's all I had to say. I was just saying, like, they just do. I was just saying they don't target specific households. It's just a census that they do yearly.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm like I said, I came from a single parent household, and I'm very successful.
But that doesn't make you the standard, though.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Because one thing I would say is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's just necessarily like, okay, I come from a single parent household, I'm not going to be smart or I'm not going to be successful in my career or stuff. But like it could even affect your relationship, like because you only see one perspective in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing I could see. You know, outside of
I believe that I can see, and I do understand the statistics. I guess I took that shit a little personal because I was like, the fuck. And like I said, I took that a little personal because I was like, yo, what the fuck, dude?
But you gotta look at the whole group.
I was like, we co-parent, me and his dad co-parent, we can like fist bump each other and shit like that. And
but
he's
Joe,
remarried.
do you think
he's also remarried? And yeah, I was about to.
But Jill, do you think that was the norm?
Do I think that's?
Do you think that your relationship is the norm?
I didn't grow up in the norm. Like I said, I grew up with my dad as
I'm not talking about you as a kid. I mean today. Do you think that your relationship is an example of what a normal two-parent not living with each other relationship is? Do you think that that's the norm?
I don't think it's the norm. A lot of people don't. But it took a couple of years for us to get to that. I mean, there was a lot of resentment between us the first like couple of years in our divorce, after our divorce. But I think we grew. We grew and learned to co-parent really well. We understood, our son is very important to us. And, he needs to see healthy relationships between us. Like I said, he's remarried. I talked to his wife. She understands how much when he's over there, I want to see pictures. I want to, I communicate that to her because his dad, he don't do that shit. He don't send me pictures or nothing. So when they're doing stuff, she does that for me. She sends me pics, lets me know how he's doing for the summer and all that. Like I said, I don't know. That's just me because I grew up seeing my parents not having that type of relationship. And when I grew up, I didn't want that. If I ever got divorced, I didn't want that for my son.
Absolutely.
And like I said, my parents like hated each other. I'm 33 years old now, but my parents kind of have an okay relationship. It's my stepmom that doesn't have a very good relationship with my mom.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you what.
And I've never had that. And he got 3 baby mamas, and I talked to all of them. I talked to all of them because, we communicate about our kids. His oldest daughter just graduated. We sent her stuff for her graduation. We sent her stuff for her birthday. My son, he talks to her and it's something that we always wanted to do, like just be cordial with one another for our kids. And I feel like not everybody understands that. His baby mama used to hate me for no reason, just because I was there.
Facts.
Because his daughter liked me and I took care of his daughter, and she would say like really mean things about me. Oh, she's going to touch her inappropriately. She's going to do this. She's going to do that. And I was like, what? Why would I do that? I wouldn't even do that to my own kid. And then, she called me all kinds of things, said she was going to come and beat my ass, all kinds of shit. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm still here. And I was for years. And after I got my divorce, I still wanted to stay in her life. I wanted to see how she was doing. And then they had 2 little ones. He got remarried. They have 2 little ones. And, I want my son to see his brothers and things like that. And I grew to understand, like, there's no reason for all of us to fight. Like, we're family, regardless of, blood or not. We're family because we're connected somehow.
Of course.
And like I said, I grew up to understand that because I've seen that horrible relationship between my parents, and I just didn't want that for my son. Because seeing that, I was like, okay, well, my dad doesn't respect women, my mom hates men, and they just weren't. My mom used to do things like, well, my dad would come, I had an instance. I'm gonna say one story and that's it, and I promise I'll stop with the whole thing. But I had an instance, I had an instance where my mom had moved, didn't tell my dad where we were going. So my dad was deployed to Bosnia that year. I was like 8 or 9. And he was deployed to Bosnia. When he came back, the only reason he kind of knew where we were was because his girlfriend at the time had like just got lost and drove into our neighborhood and saw us playing outside. So wow. So when my dad came back from deployment, she took him there, and my mom saw him walking around the apartment complex. So when I came outside to say hi to my dad, my mom said no. And she covered my mouth and didn't let me say anything. I couldn't scream for him or nothing. He just walked right past us.
Damn.
And my dad never found out where we were for like a year or so. He didn't know where we were or nothing. And my mom was taking his child support and just fucking blowing it off, doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do.
That's what they do.
But Joe, I think you're
so when I grew up, I learned like I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to be like that at all. I would never hold my son away from his dad. I never did that.
Well, you're kind of proving the point, Joe.
What?
Like,
what am I proving?
That's what happens in a lot of the relationships that end up being
I agree.
one parent in the house. That's why, because you got real fired up when talking about it. But the reality of it is your experience as a kid is the more constant experience that happens. It's the more consistent, unfortunately.
But I think even getting that love from just that one parent even showed me a good side of relationships. Like as far as
but we're not saying that you can't be successful with only one parent.
Right.
We're saying that you're more likely. Not that you can't. It's just that you're more likely to be successful with both parents. Your son is more likely to stay out of prison with both parents in the household. You know what I'm saying? Your kids are more likely to graduate college with both parents in the household. It's not always a thing about can they. I grew up in the hood with a single parent. Got it. I grew up in my dad's house. So I can't even claim that I'm the damn standard because a lot of kids I knew didn't even know their father. I grew up in my dad's house as a single parent. So like I understand that though. You get what I'm saying? It's if you know a lot of guys, you were in the army, you know a lot of guys. So what would you say is the more consistent story that you heard? That their baby moms won't let them talk to their kids, or they keep causing drama, or that they have a great relationship with their baby mom?
Oh, the first one.
Of course, sure. That's what I'm saying. And you know, just from the story you told about your mom acting like she was kidnapping you when your dad showed up,
yeah,
you know for a fact that if that happens, that has an effect on the kid.
Like, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I agree. I can agree with you on that.
Cool.
I hate you.
I know.
Next slide. Okay, next slide, damn it.
So look, Nadir left, and like we had the issue with her topics. She needed to kind of explain them. So I guess I don't know if she left because of what I said or
what did you say?
Well, she was trying to say something. She had the little hand up.
She kept saying change slides. Like,
oh yeah.
So I'm gonna call this out. There's a reason I put my shit on mute and kind of walked off, because when she speaks, I don't know what her agenda is. And then we're not like explaining through the topic. And then the topic y'all was on went off the rails so bad.
Yeah, it did.
But then she never gave it like a legit example. And then I don't know. I wouldn't.
I feel like this is.
I can't hold a conversation with her. Like that's just me.
Yeah, we should be able to speak. Just like I didn't have anything to talk about on the first topic, but if you don't have nothing to contribute, even if you don't want to hear what they're talking about, allow everybody the opportunity. I just stay quiet because just like I'm eating, or just because if I'm talking and I'm trying to get a point across, you're not gonna tell me like this is like this my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, next slide, right? Yeah.
She was being
she said it a couple times and she put it in the chat, and I'm like,
but she's being combatant. And then to talk about communication when people do shit like that, is they have weak communication skills.
Her night thing must be Leo, according to her.
Shut up.
No, she's not a Leo.
Shut up. Stop that. Stop that.
I didn't carry the one. No.
I really don't know why she left, but I know we was trying to talk about her topic.
Yeah, because she was trying to say something. She was trying to say something the whole time. She was like, you know how when you put that little hand up on the screen?
Yeah. Who does that though?
She was trying to say something, so I was like, hey, Nadira's got something to say.
And every time she talks, honestly, in the chat, if y'all notice, every time that she does speak, everybody listens. Like we all quiet and she just takes over. So she had the opportunity to speak her piece, because ain't nobody gonna talk over her for some reason. Like we let her speak.
So Spence, is she the Trey of Saturdays?
So are we out of topics now?
You said is she the what of Saturdays?
The Trey of Saturdays?
So
nah, that's a whole different.
She gave me a lot of topics. I don't have any topics, and nobody else gave topics or things to talk about. So
that's not the topic.
The shit that she gave me, I kind of needed her to explain because I tried to do it like last time, and we didn't even know what it meant for real.
That's why you put up didn't make any sense based off what
it made no sense.
And that's why
I think it needed more context.
And when she asked like who's next, and I was like, what's the question? She was like, it's on the slide.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
I really didn't. I still didn't know the question. Like
the question about like what do you bring to a relationship?
Yeah. No, it's a toxic relationship.
Well, she wanted to know what she wanted.
He was like, Joe, what do you say? Joe, what do you think?
I wasn't gonna say that.
I was like, oh, she called
relationship for 4 years.
Communication.
I don't have nothing to say.
This is.
I had a smart ass comment, and she would have called on me, but I was like, nah.
I don't know. I don't know if what I said hurt her feelings or.
But then it's like, what the fuck? What is a toxic relationship goal? That was the question I wanted to ask.
That's why I'm not understanding. That's why I said, "What's the question?" Because off the slide, I didn't know.
It should have been more like, if you're in a relationship, are the goals realistic or like realistic and logical compared to?
I kind of needed something to go off
up, and then we'll interpret it, and then we'll talk about it. Are they like this?
Okay, I'm about to do one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. We can't.
Because hold on, because I was with her. So like I put this slide up last time, and Melody took this as I was talking to Nadir. I said Melody took this as this.
Oh yeah.
She said this looks to me like whole daughters and gay sons. And when I said that to Nadir, she said, no, that's not what it meant. And I said, okay, that's why I was trying to get you on last time.
How so you get that from this?
So you can explain it because everybody can read something and interpret it in whatever way they meant it. But if that's not what you meant by it, that's why I need you on here to explain it.
Yeah, that one was a little rough.
Like I still don't know what this means. She said what it meant, and it still wasn't even clear to me.
I don't get the verses part of it. Like, what are we trying to say? That one is better off than the other, or
I don't know. That's why I wanted her on here to explain.
What's another one? Give another one. Who one of them other ones?
We said Kim's.
What are your vices? She was saying, what are your vices and why do you?
These some dumbass topics.
Yo, so okay, no.
Nobody else is giving topics.
I think if we do the context. They're not done at topics.
Yeah, I had topics from her.
I didn't know we could
submit.
really
got like 40-something topics from her.
Bro,
they're all like this. All of her topics are like this. They're not clear to me. That's why I wanted to get on Zoom with her before everyone started, because I was like, yo, like you sent me all this, but I really don't know what it means. Like, so
ain't she the one she want to do her own podcast as well?
Bro, these sound like
it was her.
Yeah, Maya, we can submit topics.
Yeah,
bro, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, anybody. That's what I be saying. Like people.
I didn't know.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm gonna start submitting some topics. I got some topics for you, Jones. I'll submit them.
I'm gonna tell you what the issue is, though. The issue is with these topics, each of them that you've shown, these are like single person interview topics. That like that's not a group question. That's a question to a person. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was interviewing an individual, you ask them what their vices are and things like that makes sense. But talking to a whole group, that question doesn't make sense unless you want all 10 people in here or 11 people in here to.
Our podcast is gonna be about relationships.
What does this mean? That's it.
That happens in the winter. That's winter.
Winter. I don't know what she meant by that. Nigga, that shit is not in the winter.
It's in the summer.
That shit is year round. That shit year round.
I think summer is.
But like this is one of her topics, and it's like, what does it mean exactly? Like,
you mean like when is whole season, or what?
I don't know.
Did during whole season, or like how many hoes?
But isn't whole season? But whole season that could be for an individual person because each person go through their own little like. I've had my whole season. Don't let me lie about it.
Oh,
yeah. There's a difference between
and I'm
whole
out of it
season
now. Like
and
now
whole.
I'm at a point where I don't want a hoe no more. You know what I'm saying?
So
like
I had a whole career.
That's different from season.
Well,
it's so vague, exactly.
Phase.
Exactly.
There's whole season and whole phase.
They different.
You're speaking on whole
several
phase.
seasons.
They different.
But then what the hell is a whole season?
Martha, put clothes on. Shit, the world about to stop.
I don't know, but you speaking on whole phase. Season? I said this year round.
What's the difference?
Nah, because in the winter I just want to be cuddled up and booed up.
I was in a league.
Oh my! Mark
had
does
an
have
NBA
a shirt on. What?
It's crazy. He said salmon.
That's weird.
All right, I'm gonna do one of mine.
Yeah.
What?
You should do that anyway.
Well, I only got one anyway, but
well, shit. You got to get something.
Reach out to the Nadira and see what happened to her.
I asked her if she was gone. She ain't. I don't know.
Care?
Did Mitch crush? I think Mitch ran off. Was it Mitch?
Was it me? My bad, y'all. I should have came this Saturday. I should have stayed.
This is my question.
What is it? What's your
question? This is my question.
Favorite place tonight for him tonight.
So for the men, it's the favorite place tonight. For the women, it's where is your favorite place to be?
Where you think all these kids came from, bruh?
Hey, I shoot the club up. Shoot the club up.
Hey. When I play Jenga, I don't pull out, man. I just leave it in.
Nobody wants to speak. Everybody shy now.
This shit going on YouTube, man.
Everybody said that shit going on YouTube. I guess we know the answer to this. Nobody want to say nothing.
No,
since
actually,
most of us got kids.
For me,
I'll tell y'all. Shit, I want more kids.
Wait, you said you want to know from the women where we like the man to nut?
It's the
Into the room.
It's the
personally.
Inside. For you, what is
inside?
Honestly,
it's definitely
you know what's
inside.
crazy? It's whatever's gonna make you happy. I don't like my face nutted on very often, but if it's gonna bring pleasure to the person that I'm dealing with, you can nut wherever makes you happy.
Hey.
Except for if I'm not on birth control, I'm gonna need you to not inside of me.
That's the best time to do it inside. Actually.
Trying to nut in them small intestines.
I ain't trying to have no more kids.
In the mouth though. Hey, real talk. I think it's strongest if it's in the mouth though. Like that shit is like debilitating. Can't use my legs.
I like nothing in her.
Yeah, no, in the mouth.
I can pull her in.
Like when she take it away from me, like, oh God, help me. Yeah, that's the. So I'm gonna say the mouth. I'm gonna say the mouth.
The mouth. What?
But I'll tell you one thing. The mouth. Boy, that and she keep going.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
like
it's one of the.
The women shy. They scared to say
He's like, we're all just listening to y'all. Y'all like took over the chat right now.
Go like this. Yeah, you get retarded.
Hey, it's like when she swallows, like my nut went to heaven.
I ain't never had a seizure in my life until I met this. Like, yeah, it's just the mouth, man. But it's just hard to pull out.
Women.
So, yeah.
Who's going first? Everybody shy now.
I'll go first.
I mean, I said my response.
Mine's in the chat.
Yeah, hers is.
Nah, say it on here.
Nah, you gotta say that out loud.
Say it on here. Don't be scared. You an alpha female. Remember? Don't be scared.
I am.
Go ahead.
What you said? Don't nut up now.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. She got mine's in the chat. Go ahead and say it. I ain't reading the chat. What it say?
Yeah, get your lips ready. Go ahead and say it.
I'm gonna read it. I'll read it out loud. She said.
No, don't speak
now
for
you gotta
her.
narrate.
She's an alpha. You don't need nobody to speak for her.
So
shit.
For women, I like for them to nut in my mouth. Obviously, sit on my face, ride my face. For men, I like facials.
Damn. If I wasn't a Christian.
Okay, who next?
Andrew. I'll go next.
No, I like eat in my mouth, on my back, right above my butt.
Okay.
That's such a waste.
You like that slow drip?
She look like she got a fat ass. She look like she got a fat ass.
I was gonna say something
like
similar to that, like in my mouth
ass.
or like on my ass. I like all on my ass. You can put it. My ass is big, so.
It is.
How big? Let us see.
Yeah, I got
She do.
Can I see it?
You want?
Can I see it?
Y'all don't put me out like that.
You said it.
It's too late.
Put yourself out like that.
Hey, let us see that.
No, everybody knows. We
part
talk
out.
about Spencer has like every other week we talk about this at least once a week about how big my ass is.
Well, just show it.
Hey, somebody screen record for me.
Okay, no, don't screenshot this. Hold
Just make it jump one time.
Yeah, make it
Put a
clap.
cup on that thing. Put a cup on
Hey,
it.
I want to hear I want to hear a round of applause.
He said put a cup on it.
Put a cup on it.
I don't know if I could get it all in
Katie,
here like this. Hold on.
Black
Yeah,
belt.
you gotta get it out.
Okay, look, I told you how to do this picture. Okay.
You're not getting coochie and you know.
That pull the draws to
We're
the
not doing
side.
all that.
Hell no.
We not doing all that. No, sir.
Y'all really got her standing up.
I know.
spinning
I don't
around.
know.
But we
This
still
is
don't see
crazy.
that.
Hey, yeah, he back that ass up.
See that thing.
I'm trying to I got minimal room out here. I don't know if I
Just
can
do
get it all.
left
I
cheek,
don't know if
right
I can
cheek.
get this all on.
Ooh.
Screen, yo.
Hey, I'm missing. Hey, is that ass
Hey, you gotta go.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Hey, Coop, turn this camera on for that.
Y'all are awful.
Stop yelling
Hey,
at
somebody describe it to me.
Okay.
See,
It's
so somebody
Kitty's
describe
turn.
it.
It's Kitty's
I-
turn.
I had to get a closer look.
oh, no.
Y'all are stupid.
It's your turn.
Well, I know for him, he.
Oh no, I'm talking about showing the ass cheeks.
Oh, wow.
You're stupid.
Cause she got one too.
Yes, you do.
He said, damn that other question.
I ain't got no
Notes ready and everything.
I'll answer for her. She like it in the pussy because she just had a baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Right.
Well,
I'm just
actually
joking. Go ahead.
surprised ain't none of y'all said that. I'm surprised.
I know that's what I'm surprised too, because
I'm
most of the women they be
surprised.
like nothing.
They- Y'all
love that.
y'all
Them
said
my-
the
them my
mouth
favorite
before the.
words.
I do. I like
Yes.
look, I
Who
like
said
to
the
suck
mouth?
dick. I'm that type of person. I like sucking dick.
Yeah, I like to hear that shit. Yeah.
I like eating pussy, but
I like eating pussy too.
I love
too.
eating pussy.
but
I think it's an art form.
Everybody said
I
I
like it.
love eating pussy.
sucking dick, I don't know.
I can relate to that.
It's an art form.
I'm with you on that one.
Mm-hmm. God damn this apple pie.
You gotta give it a tongue tornado.
So, okay.
Fuck off. Annoying, bro.
So,
Is it the super
so
cyclone?
ain't no reason to be shy. Who eat ass?
I do. Shit, I eat some ass.
And who
Fresh out
likes
the shower?
and who likes their
Nah.
ass ate?
I ate females ass, but no, I ain't gonna make
I'm
nigga.
guilty. I like my ass ate.
You said you not eating no nigga ass?
I've never ate a nigga ass before.
Why
But
not?
You know how they say you lick the balls and then you kind of go behind and
You get the gooch.
The gooch.
the gooch. I ain't
The
never.
gooch is
You
different from the
you get the
ass,
taint.
though.
If you get the
taint
gooch, you might as well get the
Get that
ass.
taint.
Yeah, if you
I
down in the
haven't tried
gooch,
the
just go ahead and
You haven't tried the gooch?
I haven't tried the gooch. Like my
If you
friend
do the
ball,
gooch, you
but
might as well do the ass
Girl,
too.
let me tell you, you're gonna change a man's whole life. Go ahead.
I gotta find one that I like first.
You're like,
Hey,
Please.
if you lick
I
his
like
That's my
pussy,
gooch,
though.
favorite
his
thing to
ass,
do
he
because
gonna
I just
hurt.
like the
Love
reaction.
pussy, so I don't know.
I don't like my balls played with. That shit.
What?
Yeah, that-
Why?
I agree. That
I'm
shit
weird.
weird.
Like I'm ticklish, like damn near everywhere. So a lot of shit don't feel right to me. That shit
Girl
don't
goes
feel-
and licks his balls. He's like, ew.
Yeah. Every
hey.
like most of the women I deal with, they be like, damn, I can't touch you nowhere because everything fucking tickle to me. I don't know why.
Hey, I feel you. I'm the same way.
I
That
don't-
shit
my-
don't feel
That's
normal.
why I
So
don't get
odd.
head.
the balls,
I don't-
I
Wait,
can't.
wait. Sean said he don't
Yes.
get. He said you don't get head. You don't like head.
I mean, I
Hell no.
do, but it's not like a big deal.
Damn. Okay.
Like receiving head.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with
I
me.
mean, I
Like,
never really
I be
came
ready
up
to
that
just
shit,
fuck.
so I just
Yeah.
Cannot believe
It's cool for like 3 minutes.
And then, like
After
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
I'm ticklish,
turn
so I
around
be
and
laughing
smash.
the whole time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
I just need
just like Will said, for a
I
couple
just
minutes.
need to help it, and then once it's go time, that midget arm ready. I gotta.
Now, I eat pussy all day, but
It's an appetizer. That's the best way to describe it. It's really an appetizer.
But
And then
now,
you-
if you
then-
like
then you get ready for the
cold,
main meal.
then I'll let you do what you do.
If
but
I was
it
about to
really
say
don't
that, I was
matter.
about to say that if you cold. So there was a time where I just thought I would never ever nut off head, and then I met this chick and she made me do it, And I was like, that probably was just like a fluke. And then she was able to do it again and again and again. I was like, yo, this bitch know what she doing. And then after that, I've only had 2 other women who could take me there, like with head. And that's it.
Boy,
So
but when you do, boy, that it's intense.
That's
I'll
it.
marry the woman. I will marry that motherfucker.
Yeah, women be down there playing. That's why I ain't big on head.
But
that's why I'm not big on head. They be down there bullshitting.
I thought it was a norm because
not all women go down there.
That shit is not normal.
They done came off a head. It'd be like quick.
Here's the thing though.
Hell no, that shit ain't normal. Not for me at least. Women be down there like bullshitting, like they don't even want to be down there for
they don't be going down there.
But then you have there's a real difference because you got women who know how to suck and like they're passionate and they know what they not just sucking just to suck it. Like they sucking because they want to.
Exactly, to please you and it gets them off.
Yes, but a lot of women be playing. That's
See, a lot of women do it because they think that's what's gonna keep the dude happy. They don't do it because they want to. They do it because they think that's what the man wants.
You gotta do that shit right.
But if you're gonna go do it, like personally, I'll be honest about it. Personally, it's a pleasure for me because it pleases you. Not I'm just doing it to please you. I get off knowing that it's making you excited. So I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can do to get you to just be your body language to move. Because it's not even necessarily, I don't give a fuck about your moans. You can moan all day long. I don't give a shit about none of that. It's the body language as to when I'm doing it that actually excites me. So if you have body language, I'm no longer excited. And then that means I need to figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
So it's a difference between some women and others. Because
that shit is most women. Now you can't say that because you're not a nigga getting your dick sucked by women. So you can't speak on that part. But most women, I can only speak for me. And I hate to say this, but I done slept with a whole lot of women. And they be playing. They be playing. So that's why head never been that big of a thing for me.
And then when I feel teeth, fuck that shit. You got to get up.
Oh yeah. Teeth, it's over. Yeah. It's like, oh man, I start sweating. I start like
it was Marz. Marz asked that.
Yeah.
Marz had asked if anybody has done it with teeth.
Hey, don't think teeth is a thing. Y'all better feel like it's y'all better be toothless when you're down there.
You gotta open our mouth like super wide, especially with my big ass teeth. I have to be like,
yeah, same.
Whole goddamn
hey, what you gotta do? Just no teeth.
hey.
Do that again, Maya. Shit.
I got a small mouth.
I like eating pussy though, and I like eating pussy until she squirt. I done had some females squirt on me. I love that shit. Yeah, that just tells me I know what I'm doing. They
people think it's disgusting when they squirt. I be like, I need that.
There's eating pussy and there's making love to the pussy with your mouth. Which one are you doing? You got to do them both.
Yeah.
Art form.
Yeah, it is an art form. I wish this is something. They had like a competition where niggas could get.
I know, right? Boy, shit, boy. I tell you that. Y'all be in the Hall of Fame, shit.
I have an F-.
You don't eat pussy, nigga?
Me?
Coop, you don't eat pussy?
I retired.
He's retired. Nigga, put your
camera. That's why. I
put your camera on, Coop.
Old age, I'm eating pussy.
He said I have an F-. I don't like my ass ate or nothing either. I don't want it touched.
Oh yeah, nah.
Or nothing.
No, ain't
I know
no
some men
never
like it.
To be honest, I'm not always a big fan of getting ate out. Like it really just depends.
Yeah, I like eating.
I don't like my ass ate, but you can penetrate all day long, but don't eat it. It don't feel the same.
Penetration like that.
Oh, I do. That.
So you
right
like
there,
you're into anal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I'm.
I'll be honest about it. It's
gotta have a
so the first time I tried it. I tried it for somebody else. I was in a relationship, and that was something that and I was like, I ain't never did it, but I'm always willing in a relationship to try new things because you never know what you might or might not like. If you ain't never did, you can't say you don't like it. So I tried it, and I was like, the orgasm I got from it was something that I was like, whoa.
I got a real ass question. Why is it always the women that wear motherfucking glasses that like anal? Where that motherfucker for me? Goddamn.
Because we nerds, okay, and we don't be experiencing shit. And then when we do, we like, damn.
I agree with her. Like, I agree with her. The orgasm you get by anal, and then
it's something.
Oh, you like anal too, Joe?
I like anal.
She wear glasses too. Look.
It's not always like
his theory is right.
Dang.
I need men to understand anal is not the first thing I'm gonna be like, hey, let's fucking do anal.
Yes.
But
when you do it,
you want to put a plug in me and fuck me hard?
Oh shit! Hold on now, Joe.
Whoa.
I want to put a plug in me.
Orgasms so hard, like I orgasm.
I can't wait to clip that part.
It's not even funny.
Wait, what happened?
I'll put a plug in me and fuck me hard.
I can't wait to clip that part.
Man.
No, don't put it on.
She said no.
Oh, do it.
It's too late. It's too late.
It's a Christian woman. Don't be putting that on Facebook.
Don't be having that American
clip when I post it on YouTube.
American Horror Story
video.
So I have a question though. So since you said you like a plug, and then get fucked at the same time. So have you ever or enjoyed double penetration at the same time?
I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. And you got to find people who like into that. I've done it. Yeah.
Damn.
A couple of times.
Okay.
She said a couple of times.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times. I've even had, so I like sex. I like to explore sex, but I've had people in the fucking army, people that you guys fucking know, fucking call me afterwards. Like I've had couples, like married couples, call me and be like, yo, my husband really likes you. And my wife really likes your ass, just likes your personality. We want to fuck you. And I'll be like, okay.
Why not?
What? You been with people in the cash?
What?
Yeah, I've been with
What?
I'm not gonna put names out there, but I have been with people in the cash. After I got out of the military, after I got out.
Me and Davidson assist with you, and we just oblivious to all this.
We just
you a whole
regular
freak.
everyday just
You're not
work
supposed
life.
to know.
And you out here doing it.
Hey,
them cheeks
hey,
clap.
guys, look, I like anal.
If I was
like the
facing you-
fuck,
Hey,
No, we could have
like
been.
put
learn
that on my
something new every
fucking
day.
forehead and shit.
We could have been
That's a
way
true
closer.
statement.
Like,
Did you see how shocked they looked though? Real
I
talk.
couldn't fuck with
Like
you
how
guys
shocked
like
the
that.
two of them looked. They was like gasp. Like both of them were.
Yeah, because we know her. We was all
Yeah.
in the same shop together.
You don't understand when they saw me and I'd be like, yo, I don't fuck
She
with
was
you.
on
Like,
NCO.
don't come to my house.
You gotta realize
like,
that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Nah,
She
see,
was
I
on
in
NCO at the shop. So it's kind of like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, there are people in the cash that I.
Well, damn.
Well,
Anal is not my go-to. I've had women who want it, so I would just do it because they want it, but that ain't my go-to. I like some pussy. But I'll do anal if one
you gotta
asks.
ask.
Yeah,
I would
if
have
one
to get
asks,
asked to
then
do
I'll
that.
do it. But I'm not like,
I'm
hey,
not
let's-
just volunteering.
Yeah, I'm not, hey, let's do anal.
Yeah, wild.
Me, my problem is I get in my head too
I don't
much.
want that
think
dookie
like,
dick.
I think, I'm thinking like, man, what if like, I don't know, I get in my head too much when it comes to any booty stuff.
Yeah, I
I
don't
do a
want
butt
the
plug,
dookie
but
dick.
I'm not doing anal because it's the coming in and out that hurts. Like
Pain is love.
They said
I don't know.
Star and Joe said you got to get
Go
used
upstairs.
to it. You got to train your booty.
You know what? My first
Go
time
upstairs.
was not. My first time didn't hurt
She
at
said, no,
all.
I don't.
My first
butt
time
plugs.
didn't hurt at all. I had someone, and you got to just have someone that's like experienced, because if you got people that are just like about to shove that shit in, that's when it hurts. Like if you just you don't prepare it. Like
We about to
I don't
Baki
know,
the
man.
grappler that shit.
My first
I'm
time
also
was
impatient because you're not finna just keep playing around my ass with Vaseline when my vagina's right there.
What she say?
I say you ain't about to keep playing around my ass with Vaseline when my vagina's right
She
there.
said with Vaseline.
Exactly. Just
No,
give me
you
the
don't do
pussy.
Vaseline. You got lube. Like
You got lube.
they got
Lube
stuff
is
for that.
lube as long as it's water based.
You don't.
Water based and spit.
You got
need that
lube.
coochie juice.
You got spit. You got like Brandon
Hey.
said. You got spit.
Give me the coochie
So
juice.
what's a no-go for y'all? What's like completely off limits? Like you
Anal.
wouldn't do, like, or you tried and wouldn't do it again.
Somebody pissing on me. Don't piss on me.
Hold
on.
Was that a no-go or never again?
So you like squirting though, but you don't like piss. Ain't that about the same
I like
thing?
squirting.
It's not.
I don't want
That's a good conversation because I posted this on Facebook one time. Is squirt piss? I've had.
I mean, it has piss in it.
It has piss in it. It has piss.
So
what's the difference?
Okay, so that's a good question. So if it has piss in it, but it's not piss.
Piss is stronger.
Here's the thing. If you pee before you actually have sex, yes, it's gonna have a little pee in it because of the nature of it, but it's very diluted. Now, if you just was holding your piss and then decided to let that shit go,
let it go. Let it.
Then it's piss.
You know what's so
funny?
My mouth was open.
Y'all big.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, it's not the same. I used to think it was the same, and then I tasted it. It's not the same. It's not.
It's not even close to the same.
It's not.
It caught me off guard.
But it's still piss in it though, right? There's still piss in it, right?
Just like this much. You'll be all right.
It's probably
just like word. I'm talking about a man asking to piss on me. To piss on me.
Hold on, Maya.
So
what about a girl?
Done it before, but you ain't doing it
saying that a man can do it or never again?
No.
Are you saying can't or never again?
No, the guy wanted to piss. He stood over me and
but
asked,
did he do
I
it?
like the facials. Hell no.
He was gonna piss on your face.
I was just getting clarity.
He's about to R. Kelly you.
We don't do no R. Kelly shit.
Hey, then what? Hey, hold on.
Hold
on. Serious question. What if he wasn't hydrated? It would have been like that dark yellow.
That rusty brown. That rusty brown.
That's what Steve Harvey says. It's called urine.
He said he's rustic. Don't worry about it.
That's urine.
Nasty.
What the shit? Oh,
that one caught
me. Look like apple juice.
Yeah, that's called urine. That's the next level after piss.
That shit burning.
So
Maya said like vinegar. Like,
so Maya said no pissing. For me, I've done it to someone or because she asked, but I wouldn't have nobody do it to me. But she wanted me to spit in her mouth. When she asked me that, it did make me more horny. I spit in her mouth a couple times. She liked that shit, but I would never have nobody spit in my mouth. No. So that's a no-go for me. Yeah, that's a no-go for me.
Hey, I have a question real quick because somebody brought this up yesterday. And I'm gonna stop talking. Someone said, because I went live and they were talking about the nastiest shit that people do. Someone said that the nastiest thing that they experience, they don't like when men nut and lick up their nut and in their mouth.
What?
Have y'all ever done that?
Hold on.
I'm about to
say it again.
I swear to God. I went live
so I can make sure I heard it right.
I went live on Instagram and the guy asked me, he said, what's something that women can't stand that men do that we can work on? And a lot of the females said, I don't like when a man nuts on me, licks it up, and kisses me in my mouth. And I was like,
hold on.
I've never had anybody do that.
The man lick his
nut
up.
Man
that's the fuck?
I can't kiss my bro. This is terrible.
Kiss the woman in their mouth. They don't like that. And a lot of women.
The kissing a woman, we gonna stop. Stop before then. Why is he licking his nut up?
Listen,
that's
wild.
So many women were like, yes, sis, that shit is irritating. I don't like that. It was so many women.
I've never had that happen to me.
I've never had that happen.
I remember
wait.
What in the pause are we talking about right now?
Hold on, Charles.
Back in college, that was the thing I used to hear about that.
I was gonna say, so let's say you do it, right? And I nut in her and I go down and eat her out. Is that the same thing?
Yes.
It's the same shit.
I'm not that, bro.
Is that the same thing?
It hasn't.
I don't know, man, because it leaks out.
I'm nutting deep in her.
Hell no.
I'm not nutting at the edge of her pussy. I'm nutting deep in her. That shit all the way in her.
That shit dripping out, B. That shit dripping out.
It's coming
out.
You fucking
she be laying down.
On your lip, Charles.
Looking for the cream filling. Fuck that.
She be laying down though.
Hey, don't have no cracked lip. Look at your lips. That's what happened.
He got a 7 Nation army on his lips. Hell no, I ain't doing that shit, bro.
I mean, I never did it. I don't do it. Like I don't know.
I'm trying to backtrack down.
I would pull out first if I was gonna go back. That's just me.
Let her shower first.
Wait a minute, Charles.
You need a shower, a christening, fucking
Oh,
baptism, everything before I put my face
I like
back
throwing
down there.
stuff out just to hit the group.
At least get the
little curiosity question.
So for the men, would you? I'm just gonna say that I've done it before I even asked. So niggas just know I've done it before. But would you let a woman suck your dick and then kiss you in the mouth?
Without nothing?
You got no choice.
No nut.
Yeah,
bro.
So if you nut in her mouth, you won't kiss her?
No, I will not.
If you nut in her mouth, you won't kiss her?
No, that's a setup.
What was the question?
If you nut in her mouth, you won't kiss her, but you'll taste your own dick.
Hell no.
Yeah, because I know my dick is
weird.
clean.
Yeah, I don't understand. I feel like it's the same as
dick skin. Nah, fuck that.
Question.
My
Did
comments
she
for you, not me.
swallow it or did she spit it out?
Nah, we don't know. She could be lying.
It don't matter. It's
she could be lying. They could be still in her mouth.
But I'm saying if he does, if she swallows it, are you gonna kiss her?
No, I'm not.
Hold up. Who said that?
So you guys can. I'm so confused because if somebody eats me out and then comes back up and I kiss them and shit like that, I'm okay with that.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes. That's what I said.
That's okay for women, but not okay for the men.
As a man, what's the difference when you nut in her mouth, she swallow it, and then want to kiss you or whatever, and she nuts in your mouth, and you want to kiss her right after? Like what? It's all nut. And
what's the disgusting factor in that? What's the disgusting factor?
No.
First of all, hold on, goddamn, hold up.
Be like our nut.
So
y'all don't be like ours.
Yeah. Men create sperm, okay?
Y'all don't be like ours.
That's different.
And create the beings that exist in this chat right now, okay?
Yeah.
Women do not shoot sperm out of their innards,
exactly.
Okay?
That's
women create. They got protein in it.
At all.
That's the difference. Y'all aren't shooting what we shooting out.
Yo, we shooting out life out this bitch. Y'all out here, no, hell no. Y'all just got a little urination going on and stuff.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's nasty.
This nigga Mark, yo, listen. This nigga Mark in the PX.
It's a different thing.
This nigga Mark in the PX. You better turn the volume down, nigga.
Is he unmuted?
Mark in the PX. Hearing niggas scream nut and pussy and shit. I hope you got some headphones in, earbud or something.
Yo, spermicidal ass away from me. Someone trying to kiss me. Hell no. You better swallow that genocide. Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
I would say that's the double standard, but that's.
It's not a double standard.
It's not a double standard because it's mad different. Women aren't shooting out what men are shooting out. That's not a double standard.
The consistency ain't the same or anything.
She swallowed the sperm, you guys. It's not.
No, we don't know that though.
No, see,
but it's still, it's still.
I mean, I like to swallow.
It's like saying, "Hey, I ate onions, but I don't have onion breath." You got nut breath.
You act like y'all know if the girl has
like what?
I mean, you got nut breath too. What the fuck?
You talking about?
No, I have coochie breath now.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, we're saying.
See, Shar bringing up her whole tactics again. See, that's not what we was talking about. We was talking about a one-on-one.
What's Shar saying?
Stop bringing other people. There's a one.
I'm just saying, what if she went out and decided she wanted to suck another nigga's dick before she came to your one-on-one?
No,
that
was later. That was time later. We done shit since then.
You never know.
Drinking all kinds of stuff.
I mean,
she
happens.
She had a
and we
I'm just being honest about it. You don't know.
I remember seeing a thing where a female tricked a dude.
I've had my days.
I remember seeing a thing where a girl bragged about tricking her dude, and he nutted in her mouth, and she acted like she swallowed it, and then when they kissed, she spit it in his mouth.
Okay, so that's some bullshit.
That's right.
And there's no way for us to know that until.
Hey, next slide.
Yeah, next slide.
Never mind. Now that's just
slides. They know what slides.
They sus. Nah, we can't trust y'all. That's bottom line. So nah, that's it's a setup.
Listen, at that point, I understand how you feel because that's all.
That's what I'm saying.
That was kind of grimy.
It's gross as shit. Like
that's fucked up.
unknowingly.
Kinda
That's
grimy.
like,
Just say you don't love me next time. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do it.
Hey, that's how you break a relationship right there.
Yo, facts. It's over.
It's over.
No.
That's how you break a life.
No, she was saying the dude that cheated on her and she found out. So she did that to get even. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was doing it. She knew the relationship was
That's
over.
really messy, though.
Hey, that was
some evil shit.
That's a question.
She was on some evil shit.
Relationship goal. That's
Broken
what,
hearts will do. Broken
Toxic
hearts will
relationship
do
goal.
anything.
That's what that was.
I'm gonna
Broken hearts will
better.
do
If you gonna
anything.
cheat, I'm gonna cheat better. That's how I'm gonna get even.
That was that toxic relationship goal.
You found it. You found the example.
There it-
we finally answered that question.
Oh man, hey guys, it's Saturday and Mom's just finished the fried chicken. Y'all know what it is. So I'm about to be out.
Laters.
Hey, I wasn't the first one to drop this time, Jones. I'm still here.
Yeah,
I didn't even plan on being
putting
here.
that out there.
I ain't even plan on being here for this one, to be honest. So
All right, so next topic. How long or what's the furthest you drove to see somebody?
2 hours.
To see somebody?
What'd you say?
2 hours. 2 hours.
17.
6
Oh,
hours.
you know what? That's not true. 8 hours. 8 hours.
I drove 17.
Wait, what do you guys say?
What's
The
the,
furthest
longest
you
distance
drove
you
to see somebody.
What's the longest
Angela.
distance?
Angela, you said 17?
No,
So-
I did. No, I did.
Damn.
Oh, you did it. Somebody else did.
17. You was jumping
I
bad.
did.
17.
That's across the country.
Damn, you was on a mission.
Oh, Shar said that.
Yeah. Where was you
Okay.
at? Where'd you
Okay,
go?
so
Can I
you drove
put
from
a disclaimer out there? We was
You
in
drove
a
from-
relationship and I used to live in Michigan and I moved to Texas. So it was one of them like, I missed them and I had the money. Flights wasn't looking right. So my ass just drove. Fuck it. It is what it
Ain't
is.
bad.
from Texas to
Big
Michigan.
Rex.
Sure the fuck
I
it
had
is.
someone
Won't do
fly
it
out
again
to
though,
me.
because I went when it was cold and that was stupid. So you know.
Y'all was outside the whole time?
I mean, no, but fuck, do you know how cold it gets in Michigan?
Uh-uh.
From Mass,
My
man.
guy, it's like below zero
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm from
okay.
Mass.
and still functioning.
Michigan's cold. Yeah.
As fuck. I moved from there, I
Yeah,
know.
cold as
Which
fuck.
is why I'm not back.
What part of Michigan were you in?
A little town called Jackson.
Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Little small ass town.
Has anybody beat 17 hours?
Hell
Yep, I drove
8 hours.
all
is
day.
mine.
32.
8 hours.
Hell no, she got the record?
Yeah.
I drove 32.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
just
a
flying, bro. If it's 17, I'm just flying.
No, somebody said 32.
He said if it's that if
32 drive?
Hey,
Are we
Ray,
saying
hold
just
on.
driving
Who said
or
that?
You go to Alaska?
Driving,
are we
driving,
adding
to
flying
Alaska.
too or just driving?
driving, pulling over. No, driving, pulling over. I kept driving, pulling over. We grew up together though. We was like, we grew up since kindergarten together, and she was like, "Yo, I'm not going nowhere for spring break," you know. So she said, "Why don't you come over?"
Ooh.
And I was like, "Well, what's
Where
the
was the
incentive?"
start point?
Hold up. So
Yeah, what was the start?
yeah, what was the start?
I'm
That's a good
flying.
question.
Los Angeles, California.
To
To
where?
where?
So I drove straight all the way. Where did I go? Past New Mexico. I think I went out to in between El Paso and San Antonio.
Where was she at? Venezuela?
That's 30 hours?
Nah, she was between El Paso. She was like 2.5, 3 hours
Yeah,
past El
Texas like a
Paso.
9-hour ride by itself.
So you kept stopping. Is that what you're saying?
Put it this way: from LA to Sierra Vista is 10 hours, and then it's another 5 to get to El Paso.
Okay.
But
Where the whole other day come from?
Yeah,
He's
you
in
added a
Texas.
whole double that.
So I'm about to tell you about that. Look. I ain't gonna say I was innocent. I stopped. You know, I stopped at Fort Huachuca, little shorty that was there.
Oh my God, he made it a road trip. Okay,
I done did that before. Hey, I done did that before. I'm going to see.
That's different.
I done did that before. You
You
going
got
to
a
see
minus
somebody.
hours though.
You make them in between trips.
So are we just talking about driving or flying too?
No, flying different.
Yeah, flying different. Everybody get flew out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people fly out to see me.
Oh shit.
Oh, you got it like that.
Oh,
Hey, I believe you. Hey, after this story, I believe
I
you.
got people fly out
You're right.
to me. I
got that
got
wagon
people
back there,
like,
that's right.
look, I got it to where like I got people, if I go to certain states and I'm like, yo, I'm fucking coming over, they'd be like, oh yeah, come on.
Hey.
say it like that. Maybe y'all not flying.
That's how it go.
Look, you got one in
She got it like
Oklahoma.
that.
Hey, pimping all
Be
over
like-
the world, okay? You got one in
Hey,
Oklahoma.
what Stevie J do?
Hey, Coop said you want one in Oklahoma.
I said, do you have one in Oklahoma?
I got my numbers.
Who's saying Oklahoma?
Not Oklahoma.
Coop. What part?
The city.
Where at?
Oklahoma City.
Nigga, what part of Oklahoma City?
You said where?
Yeah, where in Oklahoma City?
Are you out here?
Give me your address, dog.
He trying to pull up on you.
I'm from there.
He trying to pull up on you.
No, I'm from there.
Who is that?
He said, "Give me the address, bro."
Give me the Addy.
I don't even know who I'm talking to.
He just said what neighborhood, bro.
I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I see him in the thing, but I don't know.
He felt tried just.
It's Brandon.
No, that's my home city. That's the only reason I'm at.
Oh yeah, over there by Dell City type shit.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm with him though, cause I people be telling me they're from Boston. I'll be like, oh yeah, where at? And they be like, oh, and I'll be like, no, man, where? And they be like, Worcester. That's just an hour away, B. That shit ain't Boston. Like, yo,
this nigga got an OU hat on.
I'm watching the game now.
Yeah, they was tripping earlier.
Yeah, we got it though.
They
And then
scored.
So, are you from there or you just live there?
No, I'm from here.
So I'm from Millwood. I went to Millwood and shit. So you know they had the
Millwood.
whole we beat Douglas ass.
Yeah.
But
They ass now. Yeah. Douglas and Millwood ass.
I know, man. They ain't.
Well, y'all can meet next.
So
time,
you don't know Jody, do you?
Who?
Jody.
No, he don't know him.
You don't know Jody?
Nah, he don't know.
Baby boy.
Now here, Brandon is a lot older than
Yeah, I'm old as fuck.
You ain't old as fuck.
How you doing?
I just like saying it, dude.
Nah, you ain't old as fuck.
Like saying
I don't think 40 is that old.
I think I'm 39, nigga. Look at it. You call me old, nigga.
But I'm saying, but you're almost 40 though. I don't think 40 is
40 still young.
You know why 40's not that old? Because we're
Tell
getting
that to my
close to
age.
it. That's why.
No,
Because
We're
what?
getting close to it. We're getting close to that age. So it's
Bro.
like for us, it's like,
that's
dang,
why I'm saying
I
it.
still think like I'm 25. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I've realized this. I don't think we ever stop thinking we're 25. Our bodies just don't agree with us no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you get to a point where your body's like, nigga, you ain't 25.
Yeah.
But you still think you are though.
But
like,
your mind.
I remember us being in Savannah 2010, like it was fucking last week. But that shit was 12 years ago. And the older I get, it's like, fuck, bro. Like shit was a lot. My daughter's 15. Shit is ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy when you think about it. But yeah, 40 is old, bro. You know how I know? Because when I was 20, I was like, this nigga old. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality of it.
Hold up.
That's the
I can't
reality.
get that.
My daddy about to be 60, and
he old. And you know what?
He
when
not
you get 60,
old.
you
That
gonna be like,
motherfucker
yo,
look like he in his 30s. My
What'd
dad
you
look
say,
like
Will?
he in his 30s.
Because I said we always feel like we're 25.
He not old.
Hey, yo, I'm 41. My ex is 25. So
I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying?
He said that's what I'm talking about.
A little PYT, pretty young
my daughter is 7, and I still want another kid. So, I mean, they always want to say, you don't look your age. I don't fuck like my age either. Come find out. I mean,
like black don't crack.
Yeah, but old people fuck too. Like old
But
guys.
here's the, and I was gonna say, and here's the thing.
I'm saying an old guy will still fuck a young
you
girl.
like,
if
oh,
she really-
Hold on.
Everybody in
I
this
just recently dated a
40.
50-year-old.
Everybody in here 40. Hold on. So this the
Sure
thing.
said what?
Mitch said he
Hold
was
on,
gonna go get
how
some
old was
chicken.
you?
Mitch is gonna be on here with us for another hour. Watch.
Nah,
He
fuck
just
that.
said
I'm
he
getting
left.
off. Fuck you, nigga.
He just said he was gonna leave to get some chicken, and this
Yeah, I
that was
thought
10
Mitch
minutes
was
ago.
Mine trying to collect that life
If you want me to
insurance
leave,
policy.
just
That's
say
what
that.
she's trying to do.
Yeah,
Nah,
nah,
I don't
fuck
want
that.
you to.
It's all good. I'm out of here.
Thank
It's
you.
all good.
No,
Nah, bro, stay,
Fuck
man.
I'm
you.
saying
Come
you're
on,
gonna be
man.
on here with us.
You acting real
Hey,
light
Mitch,
skinned.
don't
Right?
leave,
It's all
man.
good, though.
Don't hang out.
So
I'm gonna let y'all later.
I want to speak on that real light skin thing. What is that when people say you acting light skinned as if that's a soft thing?
Hey,
I know
I tell you.
I know
I'll
Coop
tell you.
probably hears that a lot because Coop is light skinned as well.
Let me stop playing.
Do people
I'm light-skinned,
do
so
people
what?
come at you like you soft, Coop, because you light skinned?
Nah, but I'm not gonna tell you why.
Why not, Mitch? Why not?
Nah, I'm not gonna say it.
Why not?
No, I'm not gonna say it. Fuck you. He sit there like do it for the vibe. Fuck you.
Oh shit.
I will say a lot of from my experience, light skin, and not just men. I'm not saying just men. Light skinned people in general seem more emotional.
What kind of stereotypical shit?
Here we go.
You
Here we
wild.
go.
No, I'm not trying to be funny, but I've like.
Okay, I got something for you
Because
because now you just took it there.
No, I'm being very honest with y'all though. I think
you took it there though, so I gotta ask you a question.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
I gotta ask you a question.
Before you ask the question, repeat what you just
Hold
said.
your ground, Char. Hold your ground.
I didn't hear what she said.
Yeah, I ain't hear it all the way. Say it again.
Most people who are light-skinned that I have encountered seem more emotional, and I was gonna keep going on that before I was interrupted.
And they got emotional.
So let me ask you a question.
You see that?
So let me ask you a question.
But what I was gonna say is because I wonder if it's because though you like I know that light-skinned people get put on this like really high pedestal because of their complexion, but then I also feel like they get treated like shit in the same way, in the same sense. So then I'm wondering if that like correlates as to why they're so emotional. Not sitting here saying y'all are bitches or nothing like that. Just y'all are in tune with your fucking emotions.
So my question is anger not an emotion? Because y'all look way angrier than we do. I'm just gonna put that out there. If we just gonna take it there,
take there because I know
I'm just saying.
Until you get to know me, I know.
But I'm just saying. If you say we seem more emotional, well, y'all seem pretty fucking emotional. You know what I'm saying? Anger is an emotion, right?
That is an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But I also said sensitive, not just emotional.
Nah, you
said throw that sensitive in there.
She did say sensitive. She did. She said.
Thank you.
She said it. I heard her.
I'll be honest with you. I get more like from what I've grown up around. I get more like it's like okay, because you light skin, you got more privilege than a dark skin dude.
I hear that too.
That's what I'm more battle with. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, man, I've been integrated stereotyped by police. I've been called the N-word by white people.
Yeah.
Like I went through like just the same stuff a dark-skinned person will go through.
I think
but the problem is where it's hard for us is that we get it from white people because I ain't never no white person ever came to me and said, you're white and what else? You know, they'd be like, oh, you're black and what else? Or he's black. He's a black guy. Like I get that because I work with a bunch of white people at my job in IT, and man, I'm the only person of color on my team. So it's like, oh, you're the black guy, automatically, all right off rip. But then I turn around with my black friends, my dark skinned friends. They're like, oh, he the white kid, he light skinned kid. We kind of get it from both sides.
We get it from both sides.
So it's like you don't fit in. Not necessarily don't fit in, but it's like that's kind of how they put you in that like middle category because it's like on one end. Niggas look at you like, oh, you privileged, you this, you that, you too light skinned for us. But then when you go on the white side, then it's like you too black for us type of
right.
thing.
It's like we don't have.
And then depending on your hair texture and this, and you know what I'm saying, like there's so many
you
things.
see, I got dreads. I'm sitting here with dreads and everything, and I still get it sometimes. I'm gonna tell you, but I will say I get more accepted in the black community than I do by white people. I feel more comfortable.
Well, no one white calls us white. Like we're black. We're definitely not white. They don't know what we are, but we're definitely not white. That's for sure. But I will say this: if we're having a anything black related debate, that the first thing someone dark will bring up is, oh, he's not really black. That's why he think that way. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do that real quick is try to like take away the fact that like I don't get pulled over by the police. Like fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So that might be why some of the people you met are more emotional because they're sitting there getting treated like they're not black or white.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But you know what else? But you know what else kind of fucks with me when it comes to light skin, like that whole mentality of how light skin is supposed to be or where they come from, because I think most people see light skin and they automatically think mixed, but it's a lot of light skins that have black, both parents are black. And the problem that people are uneducated in knowing, we create all hues. It don't matter. Because when I tell you my baby came out transparent, I just look at her like, had you not came out my coochie, I wouldn't have thought you was my child. That's how white she was. You know what I'm saying? She's still bright. And me and her dad's my complexion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's kind of on the brighter side. People always ask me, like, is her dad, you know, this? And I'm like, no, her dad's black.
The
Like,
nurse
her dad
switched
is
the
a whole
baby.
nother nigga.
Slavery.
The nurse switched the baby.
But that's like, and I think that also is a reason why people are emotional when
The
it
nurse
comes to
switched the
that,
baby
because you
on.
get put, you know what I'm saying? You just get put in these categories,
Yeah,
and
my
you get
oldest,
treated unfairly.
Nah,
my
yeah,
oldest
I
get
definitely,
picked
I
on
feel
because
you
she was
as.
light skinned.
Go ahead. Who's talking? I didn't see.
Me, I'm
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
My oldest would get picked on in pre-K, not pre-K, but daycare. But when she was going to daycare, because she was light skinned, she came home to me. She was like, "Mommy, am I really black?" I was like, "Yeah, baby, you just as black as any other person." Who said you wasn't black? Like, that shit pissed me off, because that's just as fucked up. That goes right. I'm gonna change the topic a little bit, but that was another thing that I grew up with, getting picked on because I was skinny and not thick like the rest of the black folks. So it's like we do that. We do a lot of shit to each other that's unnecessary.
Big facts.
We promote stereotypes.
Big facts. The most so when I was 10, 1992, my father decided to move to Alabama. I'm from Massachusetts, right? And he decided to move to Alabama. And it was the first time I got called a nigger, and it was the first time I got told I wasn't black, was when I moved to Alabama. The black people down there didn't consider me to be black, and the white people down there still consider me to be a nigger. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was Joshua Mitchell got into a lot of fucking fights in Alabama. Like, that's really what happened. So and me and all my brothers is constantly were fighting people because they thought shit was sweet. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't say your name was Joshua Mitchell.
Joshua
I'm sorry.
Mitchell, that's me. Yeah.
My brother's name was Joshua Mitchell. My bad.
I'm sorry. He gets
no, it ain't no bad thing. It was just, I ain't never heard nobody with the same name as my brother.
Nah, but real talk though, it was like me and my brothers was constantly fighting because people thought it was sweet because we light skinned and this, that, and the other thing. And they not really black kids, or they not really from the hood. And I'm like, I'm from up north, bro. Like, whole different kind of hood. You know what I'm saying? You know how mad you gotta be to punch somebody when it's freezing outside, bro? Like, I'm just think about that for a second. You know, like, I'm for real. That's the way I grew up. So yeah, y'all got trees and shit. We had no grass where I grew up. Like, so it's just a different animal. But I definitely will say I've caught way more racism from black people than I have from white people, realistically. Like, white people tend to be sneaky with their racism. They talk amongst each other. They keep that shit amongst themselves. Black people be real overt with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Saying that you goddamn right.
And then we got to be strategic on like how we handle certain situations, because white people, we don't want to be coming off as like, oh, another angry black man, because they still consider us black. And like Josh said, on the dark skin side, now we gotta go harder than what we really want to go. Because I ain't trying to be in no fights all the time. I ain't trying to like have to always prove myself. Like, now I want to chill, I want to relax. But now you making me go there. Now I gotta show you.
Yeah. So now I'm soft.
Do y'all think it's a jealousy type of thing?
Yeah,
it could be. I mean, it could be.
No, I say yeah, straight up, because what it is, it goes straight back to the house nigga shit. It goes straight back to it.
Slavery,
you know because black people are, I'm gonna just say this raw, right? So black people as a culture, we're talking about American black people. I ain't talking about Islanders or Africans or whatever. American black people, we as a culture have a very large problem with not moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We get stuck on the shit that happens and we don't allow ourselves to move forward. Like, and that does not take away from anything that any other group of people has done to us. All right. Like, that shit is fucked up. But just talking about us amongst ourselves, we're the only culture who will open up a business and not support each other. We're the only culture who you really can't depend on in terms of, trying to just make something of yourself. Like, we're more likely to get white people to buy our shit than other black people. Black people come to our business. Who is it that said it? I think it was Jay-Z. It was someone important who said it. He was like, I couldn't even open a business in Brooklyn because people know me there too well. So I would never make any money because they would always want to hook up. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how we treat each other. We don't allow each other to move ahead. And then when someone does move ahead, we start hating on them or saying they're Uncle Tom or saying they're not really black or this, that, and the other thing. We're the only fucking culture who does this. We're the only ones. Like,
and that's one of the reasons why I, like, me personally, the adjustment I made was one thing I always told myself. I'm like, I'll go over to this store and pay, retail price for some strangers that made this, but I want a discount from my friend. Now I should be paying my friend double. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm willing to pay a stranger, why not pay my friend what he deserves? You know what I'm saying? So like when people tell me they price, hey, I pay, I go support. That's one thing. Like, and I learned that myself as I got older, because I was also that type of person, being 17, 18, that wanted to hook up. Like, man, come on, man, you got me. I know you, you know me. But as I went through life, I learned like, nah, man, hey, I'm gonna pay you what you're worth. You tell me your burger is $15, I'm gonna pay you $15 for your burger.
Yeah, and then we act like if they don't want to give you, and if they don't want to give you a discount, well then they forgot where they came from, or they fake, or they Uncle Tom, or they it's like we got to stop that as a culture, man.
Well,
like this shit is terrible.
People have a sense of entitlement nowadays.
I think black people have a sense of victimization now.
That's white people.
Like I think that we're too busy trying to play the victim, and it's not to say that we haven't been victimized. It has happened, but there has to come a point where we say we're gonna make it regardless of that, in spite of it, as opposed to constantly trying to make that the focus. Like that's the only way we move forward, but out of all the nations and people and types of people that have been fucked over, like I feel like we're the only ones who consistently let that narrative live. You know what I'm saying? Like I know quite a few Native Americans, they don't talk about that shit at all, bro. They just focus on, and they're the only people that I would say could like quantifiably say they had it worse than us. You know what I'm saying? So like, well, most Native Americans, they don't even speak about it. It's not even a conversation. Like they're focused on what can we do to be better, period. So we have to change that narrative.
I think that depends. So my father is a 50%er for Native Americans. In California, especially, so many tribes, Pechanga, there's a bunch of them. So Native Americans are kind of racist as fuck against some of the other tribes as well.
For sure.
Now, I will tell you, like, if you look at gaming casinos in Cali, they'll give certain tribes money and they won't give money out to other tribes. So the same way that we say we don't do supporting each other's business, I think that shit happens elsewhere. Like in Puerto Rico, a black ass Puerto Rican that look like me, I feel bad for him. I was over there and they was like, yo, you got it better than I do just because you American. They treat them like shit too. I mean, you hit a lot of good points. That's true. We haven't.
Puerto Ricans are American though, but we get treated like shit.
You do.
You hit a button.
Hey, I'm not denying it. I'm not denying that at all. I think part of our problem goes beyond slavery, though. I hate to say this, but cultural, like generational, like one of the most embarrassing things I have to admit to people is when I tell them I didn't take a fucking full ride scholarship to Morehouse because my grandmother literally grew up teaching me that people from the South that were black were ignorant. The stupidest shit that I ever heard, but told me she wouldn't talk to me if I went to Morehouse because I was a city boy from LA. It was the stupidest shit ever.
Man,
that's crazy.
The stupidest, most ignorant shit.
Sorry to hear you had to go through that, man.
And that's the type of shit that we have to get away from. Like my nickname growing up was BDB. Now I get it. I do. My hairline is kind of fucked up. It is.
Hey, you ain't had to laugh, bro. God damn, I was trying to hold it in. You go like,
we're doing so good.
Here's what's fucking crazy about it, right? The girl, it was this girl, I really liked her, black chick, right? And I was crazy about her. Danielle, never forget her name. She's a little black dude, shorter than me, darker than me. But they would call me Blackie, BDB, and be like, what's up, Grimace? What's up, Grimace? Rubble. I'd be like, y'all got jokes. I mean, I beat that little nigga's ass one day. But it's the fact that we associate black popularity, all this shit together, and certain people fit, certain people don't. And if you don't, you get targeted. And it's like, well, damn, how do I get past that? Like I'm out here at Fort Carson right now. I'm the only motherfucking black officer, the only one. And every goddamn time I look, Everybody be like, sir, how's it feel? They be like, you still down with the people? What the fuck you mean,
What
sir?
does that even mean, bro? Man, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I don't even want to cut you off, but I'm glad you said that. What the fuck is it that once we have someone being successful, they're no longer black? Like, what the fuck is that about?
Hey,
like,
listen,
it's straight hate,
brainwash.
So this is crazy to me. So if you don't want to live in the hood, you brainwashed, or you fake, you phony, you're not really black. Oh, you forgot where you came from. No, I remember where I came from. That's why I moved out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why when you become successful, you got to disassociate yourself with a certain set of people.
But that's the problem.
Everybody isn't going to elevate their mindset like you've elevated. And I had to learn that. Once I started doing surgery, working with surgeons and shit, I had to dissociate myself from my hood niggas because my hood niggas didn't understand that it's a different world, it's a different lifestyle, and you can't continue to have that same mindset. My best friend still called white people crackers. Literally, he'd be like, man, fuck that cracker. I'd be like, God damn, bro.
I call them colonizers, but I do it behind a closed door.
He said colonizer.
Right. But he does that shit openly. And for me, businesses and shit, it's like that mindset cannot be presented nowadays because you'll fit that stigma of being that ignorant black person.
The angry black person. Angry black person.
That's
the stereotype.
Angry, right? Just ignorant. Because they're quick to call us
last week I had to give a brief. Yeah, check this out. Last week, this 2-star general here, right? I had to give a brief and I start speaking. He corners me later and he's like, you speak really well. So I wanted to see where this is going. He's like, where did you go to college? So I told him I went to college in Greece. His response was, oh, wow, you went to college in Greece? And I was like, yes, sir. I went to college in Greece. And then I was like, I did Toastmasters. He goes, oh, that's why you speak well. And I was like, no, sir, I speak well because my mother's a principal. My mother was a principal and my dad is an athlete.
I feel offended for you.
You know what we got to start doing? We got to start reversing that on them. We got to start doing them like they do us. Like, oh, where did you go to school at? Because you speak very well. Oh, you went there. That's why you speak well.
So I've been doing that for years.
I actually agree with that. But I will say this, and this is one thing. I probably said this in the chat at least once or twice. The shit that really frustrates me, it embarrasses me to some level, I'm not gonna lie, is the way that we talk, text, chat. Instead of saying I don't, we write ION. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. It's just like I don't even right. Like I'm saying, like y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's a lot of
I've honestly seen kids talking like that, but I've never experienced
it. It's embarrassing to me. Like I'm like, how can we expect to be taken seriously? Like it's crazy. If we want to create a new language that's just for black folk, I'm with it. But if you're going to speak English, and don't sit there and act like if you speak English properly and you can articulate yourself, well, you're not really black. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that is a crazy phenomenon in our culture.
I think that we can do both. I think that there's a time and place. I think that when I'm with my family, my accent is very strong. You know that I'm from the South and you know that I'm ghetto as hell. But when I'm talking to people and I'm trying to be professional, you're going to hear this is the voice you're going to get. You're going to get this voice that knows how to articulate, that knows how to use the English language properly. But when I'm at home and I'm chilling with my family, man, we family. Like, bro, I can say what I want to. And I'm notorious. I actually do type stuff like own and like, but this is on Facebook with people that know me. This is personal. This ain't got nothing to do with
that thing gets shared and everybody sees it. Like that. That's all I'm saying. Social media.
But that's who I am. That's who I am. That's me outside of work. That's not me at work.
Have y'all seen Sorry to Bother You?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy.
You talking about his white?
Gotta turn into that horse.
Power color.
Yeah. We'll talk. I'm gonna get with y'all later because I'm really gonna go eat.
You finally gonna go eat that? Good talk. Finally gonna eat that chicken.
He said that like 20 minutes ago.
Fuck all of you. All right.
He's still here.
Hey,
he said he's still
here. I just
here.
want to let y'all know. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to let y'all know that our flag is at half mast, man. I wonder what for.
The Queen.
Right, the Queen and shit.
That racist ass Queen.
Yeah, corny ass motherfucker.
Hold on. It go to half mast for the Queen?
What's fun is that we fought a whole war to not be a part of England.
We are someone else.
I mean, that was a very.
I do not remember being there, and I am old.
Did you really just do that when you was talking about generalizations and we talking about Americans and they flags that have mask?
It was England. It was England, the Church of England, that renounced slavery before Americans did.
Definitely was.
So
okay, sir.
Definitely was.
Ooh.
And you got to keep in mind that we're still part. Like England is actually our biggest ally. Like they're
and
the
while I do have dual citizenship because my father is from the UK, I will say this, and I'm gonna say it in the wait, we being recorded. I really don't want to say it's being recorded, but whoever said she was racist, I'm gonna tell you right now, you was 100% accurate. I remember getting my ass whooped while I was out there till about the age of 5. But racism in England worked a little bit different. They have educated ways of saying racist shit to you, but yeah.
Like I said, they sneak you.
Racism.
I ain't even gonna flex on you though.
I mean, hell, they still have police brutality against black people over in England. I mean,
they gotta hear it.
It doesn't go anywhere. The reality of it is, everybody wanted to praise the Queen, but the Queen was actually like England really did a lot during the influence and time of slavery, and a lot of people don't want to admit to that, and that's the shitty part because it's one of them things where it's like, you're a bad person, but everybody says you're not. So we're going to treat you like you're not a bad person.
Wow.
This woman asked her son if they thought that her grandchild was going to be black. They was worried about whether her grandchild was going to be black. Her blood.
That's crazy.
She's like, how dark is Archie?
Can't be too dark. Hell, Meghan Markle ain't even all the way black. She half white. So
they said she 2% black.
Let me tell y'all about Meghan, because I'm gonna tell y'all one thing about her. First off, Meghan Markle grew up right outside of Baldwin Hills, where all the black folks in LA with money was at. Meghan's mama had like 3 jobs. Meghan's mama was a hustler and nigga. Mm-hmm. Meghan's ass, because I remember some of the schools she used to go to, she used to be up in View Park all the time. Meghan had a little hood side to her. But for the fact that she came out and said, the first time I felt black was when I got to England. No, bitch, you felt black before because people could expose when you got checked in high school. Let's not fucking front, okay?
Bro, let's not be a princess.
My boy said we got
let's not have a Stacey Dash moment here. Let's not have a Stacey Dash moment because your ass knows you're black and you have felt being black before. But I was like, okay, you didn't got that Prince money and some dick and you didn't forgot. Okay.
Let her be a princess. Leave her alone. She's up off the bigger and better things.
I just want to know what.
And she was a duchess.
She was a duchess. Can we talk about the stupidest motherfucker right now though?
Who?
ASAP Rocky. The stupidest motherfucker in the world is ASAP Rocky right now.
What happened?
Bruh, I wouldn't be fucking up if I had Rihanna and I got another nigga to pregnant. I wouldn't be holding a weapon.
Wait, what'd he do?
What'd he do?
What's the backstory?
Motherfucker got a charge. I know he has a charge for possession. Yeah. He got a bunch of shit going on. Then shooting this, I'm like, bro, you got Riri. What the fuck are you doing?
That was a while ago. They caught that wasn't like recent, right?
They haven't resolved all those charges. He still got to go to court on that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, stay real, never change.
The UK? I'm confused.
You got to go to the UK for it?
No.
I don't know what's going on.
No.
I know brothers like to hype Rihanna up. I love her too, but she ain't the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
Hey, don't talk about that's the best. She's
not the baddest.
I tell you what, hold on. Okay, so between her and Doja Cat, who you fucking with?
Rihanna.
Well, Doja don't bring
Doja. She in the chat room with them white men talking.
Nah, man, I done seen Doja.
What kind of example was that?
Doja don't rock with us.
That was the only comparison you could have said.
Like saying, what you want to take a bath with? Bar soap or shampoo?
But don't get me wrong, I love Rihanna.
Okay, well, let's say who would you put over Rihanna?
I'm very adamant who I'm obsessed with. I am obsessed with.
Who would you put over Rihanna?
I wouldn't put nobody over Rihanna. Actually, I take that back. I take that back. I'll tell you who I put over Rihanna. She's an old school.
Bitch, I hope you eating this.
Angela Bassett.
Hell no.
Nah.
Angela
Nah.
That's mama.
Angela
Back
Bassett?
in the day,
Yeah.
No,
she was
I'm
a black actress from Ireland and a singer, Samantha Mumba. I'll put her over Riri.
the only one I care about is Lupita Nyong'o. I would kidnap her.
Oh, okay.
I would.
That's valid.
I would go to jail.
Angela.
Rihanna.
That's commitment.
It is.
I was really sad when I found out she was pregnant.
Who?
Rihanna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You almost had me. You almost had me, Angela. Goddamn.
She was supposed to be my baby.
She still is pregnant.
You said what?
She was supposed to be my baby mama.
Who was?
Rihanna.
Baby.
Hey, low
How is he gonna make that happen?
Solange is cuter than me and
How was he gonna make that
Beyonce.
happen? You said Beyonce what?
I said Solange low key could get it before Beyonce.
I don't know about that.
I like them two little crazy girls, the sisters that sing under
Chloe
and Haley. Chloe and Haley. Woo! Boy, I love them both.
Haley.
I love them both.
Okay.
How old are y'all?
Wait, how old are they?
No, they grown.
Yeah, they
Oh,
grown.
they like in their
But barely.
20s.
Grown. Like 20.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, they like in their
So
20s.
Hey, Charles, he good. Hey, that nigga going to watch The Little Mermaid. He gonna be part of that world.
What is
in the movie theater?
Actually, I'm looking at a trailer right now.
She do good though.
Yeah, it looks good.
She not the thick one.
what's an age gap for y'all that is too young or too old?
Oh, it's Mark.
10
Show
years.
your ass. Don't talk about it. Turn your camera.
I'm a
around.
10 up, 10 down now because I'm 36.
I agree with that. 10 up, 10 down.
I don't do 10 down. I don't like anybody. I don't like anybody younger than me.
I like them getting 10 down. I can do 10 down because they got that energy, boy.
Are we relationships or fucking?
5 down, 20.
All of
Don't matter.
That's true.
Relationship.
I like them older. I like them older. I don't like younger.
Relationships, I want older, but we just fucking, we can go 10 up, 10 down.
Okay.
I go 10 up, 15 down.
Bro,
10 down, that's drastic.
I feel like 10 down.
10 down is 23 for me. I don't know if I'm going
23
10
for
down.
me, and I feel like they're not sexually experienced, in my opinion.
That's 19 for me.
But I'm 36, so I'm at that.
If I was out in that world, I probably wouldn't go more than like 20, 27, 28. Honestly.
Soon.
I would want someone grown, like actually seasoned experience. I wouldn't want to deal with no.
If you just fucking though, if you just fucking,
I need you one of them young ones, goddamn. He just ran a
Hey,
marathon.
well, actually, I would want older. To be real with you.
An old woman will fuck you better than a young woman any day because she know a lot of shit. I learned that one.
Oh no, man! It depends on the person because I've had some good younger and I've had some good older. It just depends on that specific person. So
what's the oldest y'all had?
The oldest
I smashed a 50-year-old when I was 28.
Bro, I was about to say, Marz was like 50 something when I got to Benin, and I was like 26.
Yeah, but I was smashing her and her daughter, so that's kind of bad. But I mean, I had fun doing that. So
man, that sounds like a familiar story, don't it?
Oh, about
damn.
25.
Hey, that sound like deja vu.
Hey, look, let me keep it real. Look. So
hey, it happens.
When I was in college, right? Look, I was in college, right? And here's what happened. I got out of college and I used to work for the moms. Like that was my work study job. I was cooking burgers and shit. And I stayed in touch with her. She knew I was dating her daughter. She knew I was fucking her daughter, but she told me, she's like, when your little ass used to come to work, she's like, I used to just want to fuck shit at you. So I said, so what stops you now? She goes, well, you dating my daughter. I said, oh, so you're not grown? And she said, okay, then. She gave me, and I'll never forget, she got me fucked up. I can't drink that shit because of her. Red Passion Alizé. I drank the whole goddamn bottle, forgot where I was. Next thing I knew, I was inside her. And she said, I had a hysterectomy. You ain't got to pull out. And I did.
My favorite words. My favorite words.
Shit.
Hey, when they hit you with that hysterectomy, it's like, hey, all right.
Hey, that's a nice story for you right there.
Maya, who is this that you just posted in this chat? Who is that?
Agreed. I need to know.
Maya.
That booty is fat.
Maya.
Like what?
Who is that you just posted?
An ass, since Mark wouldn't post.
No, we want to know whose ass that is.
Oh, I'll share her page. Hold on.
I can't even see it. Oh, we on YouTube.
We need to
Facebook?
know.
But yeah,
her ass is huge.
Age really don't. I hate to say it like this. It sounds kind of R. Kelly-ish.
Yes, it does.
Never mind. I'm not even about to say it.
That's R. Kelly. Go ahead. He about to say it. Go ahead.
Never mind.
I
No, but it's like, yeah, of course I'm not gonna go below 18. But
would you go 18?
Yeah, I probably would.
Oh hell nah. Yeah,
I mean,
nah, man.
Y'all
that's too young. That's too young
for my blood, man.
Y'all the ones 40s.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, I'm 41. My ex is 25. The lowest I would have went is 23. Judge me. I got a daughter, so I know my karma coming. I don't care. If I'm happy, I'm happy.
My man said, I know my karma coming. I respect that.
I just can't see them young.
Yeah.
I feel like young. I feel like the young guys just ain't experienced enough for me.
What's the question?
I like them older.
What do you consider young?
You like them?
I'll go from like 30, like 33 to like 45.
Oh, that's most of the people in here.
Yeah.
That's
So you wouldn't go under 30?
I won't go anything under.
Coop asking for himself.
I'm asking
33. I'm 33. If you under 33, then I can't fucks with you.
So you won't even do 32?
Who got two on the
Maybe I'll probably do like maybe the lowest 30.
She lying.
What you say?
But I won't fuck with anybody in their 20s.
So if he's 29, but he looked 33.
No, fuck no. He's 29.
And he tell you he's 33.
Oh man, see, I can't.
What you gonna do?
I would be really upset.
Cool. You got a lie.
We starting off our friendship, with a lie.
Look, I double back.
I know, right?
What did you say?
Maya, I'm an officer.
I double back next year.
What's the question, Maya? You retired?
Yeah, so no, the thing was I was just tripping because I've been in a minute. Well, I was, and I ain't never met like a black officer that kept it 100 like this.
Oh, that's Lawson, man.
I literally,
that's Lawson for you.
I press my button when I go to work. But Charles will tell you, I had some white motherfuckers try me at work, and I turned into Captain Nigga real quick. I don't play that shit.
No, it be a lot of them be like that. You just got to catch them outside of the uniform.
And that's what I'm saying.
Because you got to be professional at all times inside that uniform.
But they literally they politic a lot. So even outside, I get that side of them, but they don't stand up for themselves per se. So hearing him speak about certain situations, he not no pushover. You know what I'm saying? He a black officer. He's not gonna be a nigga at work, but at the same time, he's not gonna let nobody just handle him.
And I get what you're saying, because that's rare to see. Lawson's like one of one. There ain't too many more of him.
Yeah.
And I'm Intel. You know they don't like my ass.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't like me. Oh, he black and he Intel and he about to be a colonel? Yeah, you fucking right.
God damn. Okay.
They hate successful niggas with power.
Hey,
I heard it was
keep climbing
like
up.
Keep
climbing up.
But that's so good to see. Congratulations.
I
gotta keep that low key until next year.
Nah, they say like Intel world, it's really like that. They really act like you stupid.
Hey, I'm revealing to y'all about the officer. Biggest secret I learned being an officer, and a lot of black officers want to admit to this shit. Most officers don't fucking like other officers. Like me, I have to date civilians because most officers, female I've ran into, be ugly as fuck. The goddamn NCOs and the soldiers, cute as hell, and I'd be mad as fuck. I'd be like, God damn.
Wait, I may have been here yesterday.
Is that a cookie?
I tried to like Thursday.
I thought I was a cookie this whole time. I'm like, bro, is he spinning his cookie?
He's playing with a fidget spinner.
But it's a fidget spinner.
Hey, this motherfucker cool, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
Get your kids back their toys.
First off, my thought.
Get on your computer, Angela, if your phone died. Get on your computer.
Yeah, don't get off.
We need you.
No, you don't.
Got viruses.
Yes, we do.
But here's the thing.
Put your phone on the charger.
So y'all remember I told y'all like I be on my whole shit, right?
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, let's hear that.
Okay.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Hold on, got my attention.
Yeah, mine
So
too.
this guy, he just got me a room, and we were supposed to hang out, but then my period came on, so he was like, "Well, you could just keep the room." And I was like, "Shit, yeah." So I left my kids and my husband at home, and I'm in the room by myself.
Oh, no,
hold up.
No, we recorded this.
Wait.
Hold on.
Hey.
I know we ain't hear this right. So
I
hold on.
I knew I liked her.
You damn, your titties big. All right, you got a
No,
husband.
that's what I saw when she was on. I was
It's a bra.
That ain't the bra. Let me see.
I promise you, it's the bra.
Pull
Look,
them out now. See, I'll tell you.
I'm not pulling my titties out. I'm taking the bra.
I have to try it.
Send me a picture.
So you got a husband.
Like, pull them titties out.
So you got a husband. You got a husband and kids in another room.
At home.
Okay, they at home, and another man got you a room, and y'all was supposed to meet up.
Yeah.
So what's the dynamic of your marriage? Like,
it's almost over.
Oh, it's almost over.
You said she was going through a divorce.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't show up because he don't want to fuck.
So where you live?
I'm about to say
he didn't show up because he showed up, but she got her period.
Got some head.
So that's just extra lubrication. Shit.
Thank you, Will. At least you're a real one.
Look,
Thank you.
I'm a nasty
Calm
dude.
down.
He said he keep it real.
You can wipe it and then, oh my God.
You don't stop on red.
I didn't argue. I'm living my life.
You getting stuck whether you're leaking or not. I don't give a fuck. Shit.
Yo,
I agree.
I mean, hey.
My God.
You need to do that one, Spencer. You need to edit that one.
That old murder scene, you get done, you look at your murder weapon, like, man, whose blood is that?
I ain't never heard. Yo, I'm using that one. I'm taking that. The murder weapon. I'm taking
there
that.
You go. The murder weapon.
Angela, where you live? Huh? I'm just curious.
He said shoot the Addy.
Curious, all right.
Hey, where you at?
Virginia? You in Virginia by chance?
No.
Okay. Carolina?
Nah, she's not in no Virginia.
He said, Brandon.
Well, the rest of the group want to know where you at. You might be in their state.
I'm not.
How you know?
But you don't know that.
Ain't nobody about to come see.
Yeah, don't be shy now. Don't be shy now.
I am kind of curious.
She in New York. Brooklyn, to be exact.
Charles is not gonna tell us.
Why? Why would I lie?
Y'all
You're a
funny.
liar, and niggas be lying. You lied, right?
Did I lie, Angela? You in New York?
Yeah.
There we go.
No,
See?
she not.
Nah, hey, you saw that response. That's a lie.
They winked at each other.
Spinning your
Like,
cookie, Kels.
First off, leave this down.
Eat
Eat it alone.
Hold
Hey,
on.
them niggas stage partners.
Hold
They
up.
lying.
So did your period come on when you got to the room?
No.
Yeah.
So you knew beforehand?
No.
Oh, you just said he said to keep the room anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
We was talking
It really
about last time with the whole flying out. I would have been mad if you would have waited.
That's wild, but that's his money lost.
But that would have been fucked up of me to do that shit, right?
Yeah, it would have, but that's the communication part. I'm glad you communicated and told
Yeah,
him beforehand, and he still got to choose. Like, okay, I don't even care. You can keep the room, but I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Like, would you have fucked him on your period if he wanted to?
No, but and the reason why is like y'all keep going back to the I'm spiritual stuff. I'm spiritual. That's a spell. It's a full moon and I'm on my period.
Oh, see,
shit. You
I
about to have that
don't
nigga
know nothing
locked.
about that shit. That's too much.
Hey, that shit is amazing.
Nah, bro, that's your voodoo shit. That shit is real.
That is. It is. Them soul ties are real.
Them soul ties are something serious.
Y'all believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Real.
Mhm.
Yes.
I believe in all that shit.
Yeah, there's definitely ghosts.
Yeah, I got a story, but it's really crazy.
I don't believe in ghosts, but let's hear it. Tell us your ghost story. Tell us your ghost. Hold on.
Yeah, tell us.
Hold on. Before you tell your ghost story, let me turn off my lights and stuff.
I know, you motherfucker.
We all gonna right now.
He was like, "Let me get into the mood. Let me get into the mood to get scared."
Don't.
Light a candle.
Hey, get the Ouija board out.
Hold on.
All right, I'm ready.
Where that?
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
No, Ouija boards are meant.
Nah, keep that Ouija board. Bump that.
Yeah, that's bad juju.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Why y'all so scared, man?
Can y'all not judge me?
Y'all acting light skinned.
Can y'all not judge me?
Hey,
nobody get. Go ahead, tell us.
Say that all day.
Let me hear it.
When you ask people not to judge you, when you ask people not to judge you, you did some crazy shit.
No, because of what y'all saying right now.
Before you start, Maya, I got a question before you start this story.
Yes.
Are you crazy? Because I like crazy girls.
You say you like crazy girls?
Hell yeah, especially when we trying to cut me and claw me
and
shit.
No.
There go Angela.
There she go. That's Angela. That's Angela. That's not me. I don't cut. I might bite a little something. But
scratch your back.
Vampire shit on there.
Be like, girl, I'm trying to get stabbed in the ribs.
I'll scratch your back for you.
I've been there, done that. It ain't.
No, I was joking.
Y'all seen my leg when I posted it.
Hey, what happened? What happened to your leg, dog?
That nigga got stabbed.
Explain it. Explain this leg.
No. Let's go to the ghost story.
No, my
go ahead, Maya.
Let's go back to the ghost story.
I need to hear the ghost story.
So don't judge me because this does involve a Ouija board. So I was in Iraq from.
Wait. Is it like recordable or nah?
It's recordable.
Okay.
Look at
I was in Iraq.
I hope you worried, nigga.
I was in Iraq from 07 to 09. We were at 5 Loyalty, and they had this jail that was underground that had a lot of skeletal remains because they could not dig out the skeletal remains. The guys on the fob knew that I was not afraid of anything, dead bodies and death and stuff. So they got a Ouija board sent over. I wasn't spiritual or religious at the time. So it wasn't something that I believed in. I had lost my faith when I deployed. I'm brand new, proud. I think I was 18 in Iraq, seeing stupid shit. So I was like, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in anything because God wouldn't allow certain things to happen. So anyways, we get down there, we follow the instructions for the Ouija board. You have to have the chem lights, you have to have it set up, you have to have a recorder and things like that. All right. In this unit, they were very sexist and racist. So I never shared anything with them. So I'm gonna tell y'all this ahead of time so it makes sense. I had a grandpa, my great-great-grandfather, his name was Mr. Leonard Clark. We were extremely close. He could not say my name. My name is Monifa. So instead of him calling me Monifa, he would say, "Oh, Nisi, I'm so tired. Oh, Nisi, I'm so tired." And that was the name he called me. No one knew that but my family. I never talked about him. So we get down there, we set up, we're on this Ouija board. The Ouija board was moving, but it wasn't like in the movies. They have the yes, they have the no, but you have to have a recorder. And it's not one of those where it stops for a sentence. When we were down there and we were talking, it was basically a whole bunch of letters. And after we were done, we had to decipher what was a sentence. And you get what I'm saying? It was like a crossword puzzle. So that's how it went. I was getting fed up because it was just like, it was I-S-T, it was making words, but it just wasn't making sense to me. So I took my hands off of the board. And I was like, you know what? This doesn't make sense. Y'all are playing with me, blah, 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 all this other stuff. Ain't you not supposed to play with the cemetery? Yes, you're right, Kitty. You're not supposed to, but I didn't know. Like I told you, I wasn't religious or nothing at the time. And I thought it was just a joke. I thought these guys were playing a joke on me. So long story short, I swear to God, this is the craziest thing ever. And this is why I believe in ghosts and spirits, obviously. So we didn't sit down there to decipher these messages. So everything I'm about to tell y'all happened after. But during all of that, I wanted to talk to my grandfather. So in the middle of the board moving while these guys are writing down the letters, somebody's yelling out SP and all this other stuff, I said, is my pawpaw here? And it stopped doing that and it went over to yes. My hands was not on the board. Their hands were on the board. So it just stopped moving altogether, like whatever it was spelling, and went to yes. So then I said, if my pawpaw's here, what was the nickname that you used to call me? These guys don't know anything about me. And that board spelled out "Oh Nisi." So I freaked out and I was like, yes, I'm talking to my pawpaw, and I got excited. And I just wanted to know if he was in heaven or hell. Y'all, I asked the board, I asked, are you in heaven or hell? And it spelled out hell. And then it just went crazy. And it started spelling out other things. So at that time, I was crying. I was mad. There was no flickering of lights or anything. It was just the board moving. We could see everything. They were just writing down as much as they could. Of course, we missed some letters. The guy that was taking the legend, the recorder. He was missing some letters. But when we deciphered everything, we had talked to so many different people. We talked to a pilot that went down. We talked to a soldier that burned alive. It was literally the transcript. It was so many different people. But after I talked to my pawpaw, they were telling me to shut up. It was really violent. And the words that was coming from the whatever we were talking to, it didn't sound like my pawpaw. After that, we was in Iraq. Everybody that was in the unit knows about this. For 2 weeks, me and those guys that did that Ouija board, we did not see each other. We did not talk to each other. The guys that I normally used to talk to, the tanker guys that were there, they wouldn't speak to me. I went on missions periodically because I was a saw gunner. I did not go on any missions. No one talked to us. Nobody spoke to us. When I finally had a conversation after 2 weeks, the first person that talked to me, his name was Daryl Griffin. He was an SF guy for the Air Force. He said, I really wanted to speak to you, Dirk, but you had this entity. Mo, my bad. They call me Mo. He was like, you had this entity and you had this darkness around you where I just couldn't speak. And it just didn't make sense because I'm thinking the guys I did the Ouija board with me, okay, they playing a joke. They wouldn't know that, my pawpaw information. But the reason why I haven't ran into them, when we all finally ran into each other and we had a conversation, we all experienced the same thing. And it was really weird that we were on this small fob. We was on fob loyalty in Iraq, in Southeast Baghdad, and we did not run into each other. And we saw each other every day. So after that, I had talked to the chaplain and told the chaplain everything because I was like, I don't know what happened. And the chaplain said, more than likely, you spoke to demons. It was not your grandfather.
They always say that when you play with the Ouija board, that demons always what is it? They
intervene.
Yeah. What was the word you said?
Intervene.
Not intervene. They
intercept.
Not intercept. It's like when they imitate. They imitate the person you're trying to reach.
So
it was so.
It was my house after that damn story.
Hey, Maya, you want to know a little?
That's crazy. I'm saying, oh man,
piece of religious
I'm downstairs by myself.
Hey, I'm saying here.
No, sir. Did you close it out? Did y'all close out the Ouija board before y'all
We
stopped?
closed out. We did everything that we were supposed to.
No, that's bad juju.
And when I came back
now. No, that shit ain't real. Don't.
Man, let me go back.
It is real. Ouija boards are real. They're bad, dude.
Spencer, I literally, honestly,
I'm about to buy one too. Goddamn it!
If my hand was on that board and I was guiding it, the only reason I believe that it is real, the only reason is that my hand was not on that board.
And nobody knew you.
Nobody knew that my pawpaw called me Onisi. That is nobody knew that. But my family. I never talked about my pawpaw. I never said anything. So it was one of those things where even if, and when we, there's the person that has, I'm not gonna say his whole name, but he's a CW5. He has the actual transcript because he wanted to hold on to it. He said that since he was at the time he was a CW3, but he said if anything was to happen, he wanted to be the one responsible. So he has the legend that we took notes on. Everything that we took notes on, we researched, and those deaths were real. The pilot that went down was real. The helicopter Chinook got shot down. So we only talked to the pilot. Those incidents were real. So we were talking to people and actual things that happened over there. The guy that burned alive, the soldier, was real. We even talked to someone that got captured and beheaded. I don't know if it was an Iraqi soldier or who it was, but these were real events that happened that we could not make up. And we on a board where you're not like in the movies, because I thought it was gonna be like the movies. It's not like they're like it's not slow. It was not slow. It was so fucking fast. And that's when I was like, I've never played with it after that. My dad, he died in 2016. He died in my arms. His ashes, he died in my arms, took his last breath. I have his ashes. When I wear his ashes, I have the worst nightmares I've ever had in my life. I cannot wear his ashes on me. And I think that's punishment for me because I played with the dead. I always talk to my mom. My mom, she's very upset. But I think that's punishment for me playing with the dead. I feel like I will never have those type of relationships. And a lot has changed for me since then. Like when it comes to death, I feel nothing. I feel nothing. I used to have empathy and I used to just cry and feel sorrow. And now I just feel nothing at all. I just feel like I'm punished in that aspect because of what I've done.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Ouija boards are such a good way to like get like entities attached to you and all kinds of shit.
I think that's still has that transcript. Tell him to get rid of it, because as long as he holds on to the words. So the reason I tell you this, I'll admit this to everybody. I was very religious, gave it up. I used to have a token, and by a token I meant I had it looked like a bull's head, and it was gifted to me from a shaman. And I have 3 friends right now who I could call them up and they'll tell you the nightmares they had from it. I used to dabble in the other side, including I had the equipment to go ghost hunting and shit. I used to do this. And what changed for me was, and y'all can believe this or not, but I've been to hell twice. So when you do shit to a point that you don't understand, I could describe hell to you. You might not believe me. Hell is a living body. Think about black flesh and walking on something the consistency of your tongue. That's what hell feels like. And that was punishment for some of the shit that I used to play with that I shouldn't have been playing with. But your friend needs to get rid of that transcript. 1, 2, do your research. Go look up a place called the Dudael. It is the actual manifested place somewhere between Iraq and Egypt where God cast all the fallen angels, because they're the ones who brought all this stuff to earth. So you're like right there in the epicenter. So I would advise you tell him to get rid of that. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything you still have from that timeline you were there, you need to get rid of that too. Clothing, everything. You need to like separate.
Oh shit.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, because that can have attachments to it, and then you're just bring it into your home and stuff.
Carrying words of the dead,
So can you pray something out of, like, can you pray a spirit out of an object?
Okay, because, so I'm going to tell you, when I was younger, I used to have really bad nightmares. And I remember one time, you know how they say like twins have like that connection. My sister used to wake up at night and scream and say that there was like a black figure like in the front of her bed. And I didn't understand what she was talking about until one night. I remember this one night. She had already woken up late that night and was screaming about this figure. And she had asked me we had a bunk bed and she slept on the bottom bed. And she had asked me to come down to sleep with her because she was scared. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll sleep with you. I remember it was like 2, 3 in the morning. And I remember both of us just went up. We stood up, grabbed each other's hands and started screaming because there was this figure right in front of the bed. And I remember my dad was like, what's going on? What's going on? And we were like, there's somebody in the room. There's somebody in the room. Yo, we went to our pastor and he was like, y'all need to, pray that out. And then my dad's really religious. And he's like, it's because you guys don't pray. It's because you guys don't do this. You don't read your Bible enough and do this. And this is why all this stuff is happening to you. And I remember because a big thing we used to say was be like, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. And that used to help. But I don't know, as I got older, that kind of stuff started getting worse for me. There were times where I would go to sleep and I would hear like growling in my ear. Ooh. And then I would wake up, but I have that like sleep paralysis going on where I couldn't even move. I would just be stuck like that. And I'd be like screaming, trying to scream. And it felt like someone was choking me. And all I could hear was this growling in my ear. And it was getting louder and louder and louder. Bro, oh, fuck. Me and my sister used to do this thing with our friends. We used to go to places where they were haunted. They would say it was haunted. And we used to play this thing. Have you guys ever heard about like you have like pencils and you ask yes or no questions, and the way the pencils move is what the answer is? So if they both if they come in, it's a yes. If it goes out one way, it's a no. So we were young when we were in high school. The university here has like a library that burned. The library, like the basement, burned down really bad. They had a really bad fire and it killed like the librarian and so many students. So we used to go down there at night because we used to do a college prep program. So we were there like late at night and we would go to the damn basement, and this basement had like a flickering lights and shit like that. And we would go to the like furthest part of the library and all sit on the floor and we would ask these questions like, oh, is there a spirit in here? And I remember it came in and it said yes. And you're over there thinking like someone's moving it, like, yo, you moving it, stop playing. And you're like, no, I'm not moving it. So one day we were like, if you're here, throw a book off the shelf. Motherfucker, let me tell you, it was the middle of December and no bullshit. A fucking book from the bottom shelf dropped, a green book from the bottom shelf dropped, and then another book from the middle shelf dropped. It was red. And everybody was freaking out. We grabbed the books and they had like a copyright date of like December or something. And we asked, oh, is this the year that you died? It says yes. Then another fucking book falls down. I was like, yo, I can't do this. What happens? The elevator comes down, opens up, nobody is in there.
Oh, no.
Yo, I fucking freaked. Two more books fell down. I got so scared. After those two more books fell down, I got so scared. I ran out of the fucking library. I went back to the elevator. Sue fucking loses her shoe. Loses her shoe. Yo, we left her ass.
Only child.
Sue was like, my shoe. I was like, no, forget your shoe. Yo, she ran back to get it. We almost left her. That's how scared I was. And I remember getting older. I never went down to that library ever again. And I've had like supernatural shit happen to me as I've gotten older. But I believe in shit like that. I don't fuck with Ouija boards because I really do believe that you can like get entities like attached to you and open up doors that you shouldn't. And I don't know. I've watched too much Ghost Adventures and shit like that. Ghost Adventures.
You get possessed.
This shit crazy because I don't believe none of this shit, and I really want to get a Ouija board.
No.
Don't get a Ouija board. All right, Jones, you gonna come in here talking crazy?
I don't believe in this shit. Like I said,
get a Ouija board and do that shit in the graveyard, bro.
I'm telling you,
it gotta happen to me to make me a believer. I gotta get one.
Don't do it. Hey, let us know your results.
Don't speak on. You say that now.
I'm not.
You go through something like that.
I ain't about to take part in
that. I ain't scared of that.
You really want to have that experience? I can help you have it. But like I said, I tried to step away from that shit.
I don't like how you said that.
You don't want to experience that.
I got scared just how you said that. He said, if you really want to have that experience,
because here's why, man. Once you communicate with them, let me explain something to you. And I've been cursed since. I have buried 3 of my children. I lost my fiance and my twins in a fucking car accident. And then I lost my son. I have 1 daughter now, and I'm afraid every day. I just started going to church again. Charles didn't even know this. You cannot play with that shit. I thought it was funny. I have a woman right now who gets mental health checkups because she is haunted for shit that I did. giving her that token. It's not some shit you want to play with, dude.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's bad juju. I keep telling you it's bad juju, and you don't listen.
Because it
like
may
that
not
shit can
affect you
really like
directly.
terrorize you.
It may affect your loved ones around you.
Yeah.
So you gotta think it's not just on you.
Stay away from that shit. That shit
Never
real.
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Hey,
away.
Hey, Joe, by the way, just FYI, anybody that needs to know, the hours of 3 a.m., they call that the witching hour. That's when the veil
between what, like 3 like
is that
they say like 2 to like 5.
Yeah, well, technically 2 to 5, but at 3 a.m. the veil is the thinnest. And that's literally when a lot of spirits come over from the spiritual realm and into the physical realm. And that's when shit really goes crazy. It's specifically at 3 a.m. After that, I mean, within that phase, the veil is very thin, but I better stay away from that shit.
Yeah, stay away. That's why the people that go to like, if you really want to experience, go to Savannah. Go to them
Savannah
3
is so
a.m. ghost
haunted.
tours because they have
there are places in New Mexico. We have like reservations. I don't even go to some of the reservations because there are places there that are just, they give you that like feeling like once you go over there, you can just feel it like there's something bad. There's a city here in New Mexico. The moment you go into that city, it's like you can feel like the bad juju all up in there. I went there once with an old boyfriend of mine when I was in high school, and I never went back there again because of the bad feeling I was getting from it. It was just like I felt like my chest was like being pushed down. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I just felt like my skin was just crawling everywhere I went over there. It's bad juju.
Hey Charles, remember that post I put on Facebook 2 weeks ago when I had my daughter?
Mm-hmm.
And I got the chance to stay in this place called the Spanish House. If you come to Colorado, it's a place called the Spanish House that only generals stay in, but I got to stay in it. It's funny he mentioned the witching hour because 2 weeks ago, I told y'all that's why you don't play with them. 2 weeks ago, I had a dream that I met the devil. And in my mind, in my words, I remember the dream vividly. I was trying to say, I denounced the devil, but my chest got tight. My daughter was sitting next to me, asleep. And I couldn't say the word denounce. Instead of the word denounce, I was forced to say the word desire. And as soon as I said desire, I jumped up out my sleep and yelled out Jesus, and my daughter woke up. So please, y'all, don't play with that shit.
Yes, don't play with it. Don't play with the devil. Don't play with any of that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all want to go video games?
Spencer's like, look, you can see Spencer's like rethinking, like, damn, I don't want to make bad choices.
That will make me get up off of here.
This shit crazy. So Maya, you wasn't spiritual at all.
I was spiritual, and then I stopped being spiritual.
Hey, this shit is borderline scary as hell right now, man.
Real talk.
But just
I'm keeping the lights on tonight.
Jesus, no demon can resist the word Jesus. So I'm back in church. I'm happy, and now I'm confident. I don't mess with that shit no more. So
in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. Those words.
That's why I haven't been to church. I haven't been to church because when I walked in after coming back, I felt burning, and
because they don't want you in there. You have to go back.
And I know, but every time I go, it's uncomfortable. I talked to my brother who did a ministry while I was gone. One of my brothers, I got 6 brothers. But one of them, he did the ministry for the whole year. I talked to him about the whole situation. I went to the church. It was very uncomfortable. So I don't go to church. I try to do things.
What you have to do, right? You have to die, and you have to die again. You know how, right? Baptism. It's the liquid grave. You have to. That's the only way. I hate to tell you that, but I'm trying to help you.
Start new.
Fly to Colorado. Yeah. I'll do the battle with you. Fly to Colorado.
Aww.
I mean, if I die, y'all know why I died, but you know. Y'all niggas scared.
Oh, shut up.
Shit crazy. Fuck no.
God dang.
Y'all making me get some of this Cavassier shit.
Well, I'm about to go pour some Henny. Y'all.
I just finished all my drink. I'm drinking that bamboo.
Okay.
Kitty said, I know this whole conversation just went, I don't know where.
It was crazy, but one thing I can say, I wasn't playing, I just didn't know the severity of it or how real it was. And since then, I've never in my life done anything like that. I don't joke about it. I rarely talk about it, but it wasn't, I'm young, dumb, and I'm thinking, oh, let's make it more real, because I was the one that suggested let's go in underground in the jail where there's skeletons. It was one of those, because I'm like, I didn't believe in it, and I wasn't afraid of anything. I'm not saying I'm afraid of nothing now, but at the same time, that is so real. That's why I'm saying, Spencer, regardless if you believe it or not, there's too many real experiences that's happened on the panel for you to try that, because what comes after of it is not good, man. It's not good at all. Even with me talking to my papa, I felt like that. I pray, and I pray to a higher power to be able to get some type of message from my father. But when I wear his necklace, I have nightmares. And like I said, I feel like that's a punishment for me reaching out through that Ouija board and doing that. And I have no connection to death. I am not able to mourn. When my dad died in my arms, I literally have not mourned him. I don't cry. I miss him. I was close to him, but I feel nothing with anyone that dies, close to me. And I've never been like that until after that experience.
Man, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
wild.
sorry to hear that. That's some wild shit.
Yeah, I'm
yeah. So, Spencer, rethink your fucking actions.
I'm gonna rethink it. I ain't trying to bury no loved ones or nothing like that. That shit crazy. I ain't even gonna play like that.
Yo, you could bring that shit back to your home and freaking. When you see that ghost event, if you ever watch Ghost Adventures, that should be real, man. They be getting attachments to them and bringing it home, and then that affects their wives, their kids, all kinds of shit.
That's why you sage your house when you move into a new house.
Have y'all?
I don't believe in saging. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched some movies.
Anoint your windows with oil and watch what happens. If there's something in your house, you're gonna find out.
This shit wild, man, because I really don't believe none of this shit. And I want to try it, but
then when you pray something out, make sure you open your windows, because don't keep your windows closed.
Right,
I just saw chocolate
just
thigh.
gonna bounce around in the
Yeah,
house.
they just gonna boot.
They just having fun.
Damn, Angie, you think?
Yeah, you.
I saw all that thigh. Shit, 2 piece and a biscuit.
So what about, okay, y'all believe in ghosts. What about aliens or just other life outside of Earth?
That's so goddamn dumb. They don't want to find us, okay? Shit. They don't.
Bro, I believe, if you honestly want to know,
I think aliens think that Earth is ghetto.
Right now.
I think aliens think that Earth is ghetto.
They probably do.
No, I think aliens already landed and they just choose not to make contact with us. I think they're here.
Of course.
You had experience with aliens too?
No,
I think I was young.
You need to write a book.
Who had experience with aliens too?
Who had alien experience?
Because my mom, I'm telling y'all, my mom thinks I'm crazy because she was like, didn't nobody kidnap you and probe you? But it wasn't a kidnapping. It was just a flash of bright lights. And we live on 11 acres. And I just remember being somewhere that was very foreign. It was white lights. I remember figures. They were not dark. They were white figures, skinny, not big eyes, but I could not make out the face, and something going in my ass. And I was young. I was
like
young.
South Park.
What?
I love South Park.
Kitty, this is not a moment to be laughing.
No, you laughing. But when I brought it to my mom, I'm like, I think I was like 9 or 10. My mom still, like, she always tells me, like, you probably was sexually just your mind or probably exposed to something sexual, thinking somebody trying to probe you in your ass. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I wasn't saying somebody like stuck something in there. I'm telling her, I feel like I was taken from our home. And I just remember something, figures putting something in my butt. And then I was back in my bed, and I've never forgot that experience ever. And I feel like after that, I've been terrified of aliens. I cannot watch alien movies, alien documentaries. That
say anal.
Scares the fuck out of me. You said what?
See, they playing with your story.
No,
that's why you don't like anal.
No, I heard the story.
Maya, did you say you like anal?
No, I don't.
Right up my alley.
Oh, she said that's why.
I had nothing to do with that.
What'd you say, Will?
I said Maya just exactly the type I need. See, I like that wild, crazy shit. Maya, we need to meet. Shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, y'all firstborn child gonna be a fucking demon. Y'all better stop.
Said Maya a demon and an alien.
y'all better not.
She coming into contact with everything. Now, what about a dinosaur? You got a story for that? Oh, you ain't got no story for that? Okay.
I said dinosaur.
No, but I believe in, I guess, other life forms outside of Earth. I think the universe is too vast for us to just be the only things.
Sir, how you believe in that, but you don't believe in ghosts?
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean,
yeah. So you're a science guy, huh?
So, I mean, how does that not make sense? Like, y'all think that we're just it and that's it?
How do you not believe in spirits? And so we just die.
I don't know. I just don't believe in spirits, but I do believe in other forms of life outside of us in the universe.
What do you believe is after?
Okay, Sean.
Yeah, see, that's crazy because
what you said?
I don't know. Like, what do you think after you die? Like, what do you think happens? I really don't know.
Nothing.
I really think nothing though.
All right, hey, I'm gonna say something that I think is.
You don't believe in rebirth? Because there's a book out there. I forgot what the book is called, but you know how the theory comes from, like when babies cry, like when they come out the womb, they cry. They say they crying because they realize they just die and they restarting all over again.
Bro, these people that wrote this stuff had a lot of time on their hands, man. Just think about that.
And they had imagination.
Hey, these movies and stuff, man, like all this stuff comes from something, man. People just don't make up stuff.
Hey, scientific laws, energy is constant and always in motion, right? Our bodies, everything about us is energy, right? So even if we die, energy is constant. So why is it you can have memories sometimes, a deja vu? Why is it that even when you die, why do people never forget? Why is it that love is one thing? Why do you think even if you forget other stuff, you never forget people when they pass and you remember certain events? Energy is constant. That just means if you're not here, your energy is somewhere else. Where to go?
And I like to say the word pass and not die.
Yeah.
You know where the energy went? It went to being a fossil fuel, man. When the world resets itself, you become fuel for somebody's car.
Fossil fuels
that's your body. That's your
fossil
physical
fuels
body.
Your
but
physical,
what about
not energy?
In your
hey,
you still got a soul, man. That soul got to go somewhere.
What if at some point you die, right? You wouldn't know because you're dead. But there was an alternate reality. So anytime you
this ain't the Marvel multiverse.
Yeah, what if you die? When you die, you transfer into another reality, another universe, another different space, and you just pick up where you're continuing. So that previous reality,
you pick up where you left off, man.
I mean, but what if you wouldn't know if you died? But what if it was just continuous? And that's where you get the whole deja vu and all this.
Kind of like
imagine a world.
You say you relived your life over and over again.
Earth is the terrestrial. They call Earth the terrestrial heaven. Then you have the stars, which is the celestial heaven. Think about this. If there's no place you continue, why is it that no matter how hard we try, space is constantly expanding? You don't think that's God ensuring you can never get to that point of an answer you want because there's always something else? We will never catch up to space and the universe itself. It is constantly expanding. It's like walking down a tunnel that keeps stretching out.
Like that Mario Kart. I mean, not Mario Kart.
At some point,
when you walk up the
so
stairs.
at some point, there has to be a point where you transcend, right? In order to get to that quote unquote celestial, you have to transcend past the terrestrial phase, which is your physical phase. So what happens? It's either you go back into the energy plane where energy never dies and it just transfers and moves around, or you end up going to a different reality where you just pick up where you quote unquote died.
You need to watch Fringe, Kills.
You said what?
Watch Fringe. It's a TV series that'll get you a whole bunch of questions about what you're talking about. It's gonna open up your mind to a whole new set of questions.
That's if we transcend.
Yep.
Hold on. If we transcend and we live on, so we're gonna live in the same life where we're still persecuted for being who we are. For black,
not necessarily if it's an alternate universe. It could be an alternate universe.
You transcend into something different.
Ooh,
yeah,
you transcend into something different.
Maya, that's deep. That's deep right there.
But if he's saying it's an alternate universe, it could be an alternate universe where we the racist motherfuckers and the white people is the ones.
Yeah, I just said that.
Hey, that's true. The multiverse.
Multiverse might be real. What is?
If I can come back, I want to come back as a sea turtle. Shit, I get to live like 200, 300 years. Shit.
That's why they dinosaurs.
That's if you make it to the ocean. You know, like majority of them die before they get to the water.
Damn, you
what
a
about
Debbie Downer.
tortoises? Tortoises on the Galapagos Island.
Well,
like
I hope I go to heaven. Bump that. I don't want to redo this crap. Let me just go to heaven and chill for eternity. Let me just relax on some clouds and watch everyone else do their thing.
That make traffic stop and they get fed bread in the parks.
What?
I want to do that same thing. Listen, when I come back, I want to be the spirit of the ocean. That's what I want. If that's reality, shit, I don't want. No, I just want to be the ocean.
Hey, them geese, they
got a slave master.
They gangsters as hell.
Jones gonna come back as a white woman.
Why do I gotta come back as a white woman?
I said Jones.
Oh, I thought you said Joe. I was like, why do I gotta come back as a white woman?
Hey,
nah, Fig, you gonna come back as a black woman.
Oh,
next life.
You got me really thinking about this Ouija board shit. This is crazy.
Don't think about it at all. Don't invite that bad juju in your life. Don't invite that bad juju in your life.
Don't do that, and don't do none of that shit with your third eye. Don't do none of that either.
Yeah. Oh, and for ladies, fellas, look, don't do this to women because I made this mistake. The women that believe in that Kundalini shit, yeah, touching the serpent. I did that for a girl, and like I said, it basically binds them to sexual slavery. Don't play with that Kundalini stuff either. I'm sorry, my language.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
What is that?
So, how y'all don't know what that is?
I don't know what Kundalini is.
Know what that is either.
That sounds like a dish.
It's chakra stuff.
Don't research. I know y'all gonna research it anyway.
But
the Kundalini is the serpent that brings your body in alignment. It runs along your spine. It's like a spiritual thing. And for a woman, if you can awaken that Kundalini, it's almost like having her as a sexual slave. I mean, you don't. It's some spiritual stuff. You don't.
I'll be back. Play with it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I can have a sex
coming
slave.
up about that.
Right. He done say you can have a sex slave by touching a snake. What the fuck? I'm down.
Hold on. Do I get to pick who is my sex slave? I get to pick.
No. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah. Hey, send that Amazon link.
Send that
Amazon.
Hey, send a link with a step-by-step tutorial.
You know what's so funny? He said send the Amazon link. I think I might buy one of them sex dolls on Amazon.
What the hell?
That's crazy, ain't it?
Why?
I thought about it myself.
I don't know. I just be doing shit.
I don't want the dog to be alone by themselves while I'm at work, man. So I'm gonna get two.
Somebody
hey
take
Jones,
the dog.
how long you been at that job, man?
This is my third week.
Oh, see, that's why you just buying stuff now, man. You just like, hey.
Yeah.
Now that's dope though. Congrats.
Thank you.
This shit, man.
But this Ouija board though, how much is a Ouija board?
Hey, look it on Amazon. This shit. Oh, that shit cheap.
And who just somebody just showed a small Ouija board on camera. Who was that?
Brandon.
Oh, that was Brandon?
Yeah.
He got like a card pocket size Ouija board.
Sometimes
hold on. How do you even spell that shit?
Q U I J A.
It's not W-I?
No, it's a Q.
We?
No, there's an O in there.
It's an an O. It's like O-U.
Nah, it's a D. D-O-N-T space D-O space I-T.
Hold on. I'll tell you.
That's how you spell it.
Do it.
That junk said
it's O-U. Hold on. O-U Ouija.
I found it.
You found it?
Hey, make sure you get one from Mexico City, man.
All right, y'all. It was nice talking to y'all. This is the last squad talk for Spencer.
Good. Post.
Damn. He said you ain't gonna see me next
week.
But all y'all gonna be accessories.
No, you're not. You're not giving me that bad juju.
Oh no,
I don't know you. I'm gonna put that out right now.
They gonna come and investigate all y'all.
They gonna come.
Hey,
you know Spencer Jones? I'm like, who?
They gonna say
we're gonna see this video on YouTube.
Exactly. You're gonna say who, and they're gonna say the nigga you was on YouTube with.
I'm be like, nah, I don't know.
I'm good.
Hold on. So who that? So y'all don't believe in aliens, but y'all believe in ghosts.
I believe in both. I believe in aliens. I believe in ghosts. I even believe in afterlife. I believe in all that.
I fucking believe in mermaids and megalodons. I believe in all that.
I mean, they found mermaids. You know,
what?
If you believe in aliens, you better believe in mermaids.
I believe in all that shit.
Hey,
I believe in superheroes. I'm sure there's someone.
Hey, Atlantis is real too.
And he trolling. I'm listening to him.
You said what? Atlantis?
He being funny, but as far as the ocean, they say like it's shit so deep in the ocean that the water pressure, like submarines and shit, they can't go down there because just of the water pressure, and it's so dark and shit. It's so much shit that's undiscovered down there. That's just living in the dark. That's crazy.
That's
so true.
And for those that don't believe in aliens, why would we have the Space Force? Why would we have Area 51? Like, why do we have those things? Just to make job opportunities?
Area 51 is not so much about aliens as it is about like secret aircraft, like when they're testing new aircraft, new stealth aircraft for the military. It's more so for that.
And you know this how
and aliens.
So, but that is an interesting. I think the way Davis just said it was interesting.
Knowledge, don't you?
You said what?
Being an intel officer, there's so much I wish I could say. Oh God, I wish I could.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh no, hey, bro, I want to hear none of that shit.
This guy's like a person thing after you retire.
I'm being recorded, but I will say this. Some of y'all are starting some topics that I'll just say may not be so far from a lie than you may think. They may actually be true. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that there.
Okay. Yeah, but how Davis just said it, it is kind of interesting. Why would they have this stuff? Is it to create job opportunities? I doubt it. Like, it's got to be some shit going on.
There's someone out there have doing CQ in space right now. I'm just saying. I'm putting that out there.
That's funny.
Stupid.
Angela, have you served, Angela?
Yes.
Oh, you have? So everybody on here has except who?
About what?
Huh?
Everybody on here has served except you. He said, oh.
He said, oh.
He said, I just get high.
Hey, Angela, I'm really curious though. So what more do you know about Area 51?
Nothing else. I'm just playing.
I'm kind of like, I know stuff that I shouldn't know. And I can't say much because where the information came from.
Yeah, YouTube watching this, so your ass gonna go missing.
Information off camera.
No,
because okay.
Why would you ask that while this is being recorded? YouTube gonna grab. not YouTube. The government about to. This is the last time we see her.
The government about to. So
man, we about to all be fired.
We gone.
Right?
I'm about to be going on some Ouija shit. The FBI about to take her.
No, they're not gonna take me. So here's the thing, right? My husband was intel. So our house is always monitored by the alphabet people. I know this for a fact. But I also know what they're looking for. And I know they don't give a shit about this conversation that we having because it didn't go deep enough.
Oh,
okay, that's it.
You know, you could dial something on your phone to see if the police is listening to you.
I don't have to. I already know. I know that I can say certain things, and I have all the alphabet men in my yard.
What's the number?
Right. What's the number?
It's star pound 21 pound.
Hold on. Let me do that shit. Star pound.
What do I just call him?
Yeah, just call it. Star pound 21 pound. Star pound 21 pound, and then call it. And then it'll show you the settings. If they're all disabled, you're good.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on.
Wait, hey, mine just say call forward and unconditional.
You said star
Mine
pound
said the
21
same thing.
pounds?
21 pound. Look.
Mine said the same thing as yours.
Oh, hold on. Mine said, please wait.
Hold on.
Oh shit, she being so.
Hold on. Mine says, please wait.
What does mean?
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Is it all disabled?
Yes.
No,
yes.
mine's
Yes,
disabled,
all my stuff is disabled.
Good.
Yeah. That means the police would will get basically if they sync and they make this enabled, they can see your text messages, they can hear all your conversations, all that good stuff. But
because all my stuff is disabled.
But that's just the police. We're not talking about the alphabet.
Yeah, I'm not talking about I don't know if the government. I mean, they may have something different, but that's the police.
So listen, mine say call forward and unconditionally.
Well, you got an Android?
Yeah.
It might be something different for Android. I don't know Android. About an Android life.
Yeah, I got the same.
No wonder it works for me.
Yeah, iPhone.
Yeah.
Let me put that down there for iPhone users. Android,
Android
it may be
over
something
iPhone.
different.
Android over iPhone.
So anyway,
why is that? Why Android over iPhone?
I told you why. I told
Android
you
over iPhone
because I can download porn and music straight to my phone.
You could do that with iPhone.
You can do that on iPhone. My favorite.
No, you can't. You
Yes,
save
you
it where?
can.
And my favorites.
You
Don't
save
tell
it
me
in
the whole
favorites.
app
I
to
can
play
save
music
mine
off
to my
of.
phone.
But
Not
I wonder
Not
why.
to favorites.
Why would you
It's-
want to do that?
It's in my gallery. Because if it's a
But
good
that
one,
says-
I don't gotta
can
look
still
for
go
it.
to my
You just save
favorite.
the link because if you save
I
it,
don't even gotta save the
pussy
link.
I need to
you
see.
saving the viruses connected to it.
Guess what? Guess what? When you save the link and you somewhere with no connection, you the link won't upload. It won't go through. On my shit, it's saved in my where my
You
pictures
can't
at.
use your imagination now.
No.
Why? When you got
Hell no.
I got the video. I don't need to.
You
And,
can
and,
save
and,
it.
and,
Look.
why you saving it in your favorites? You can't use your imagination.
But you saying that if I can't get the internet, then what I'm gonna do? Hell, I don't need.
Yeah, you're gonna be restricted to just your imagination. That's all you're gonna get after that. I'm gonna have
It's
it in my
okay.
phone. Hey,
Oh, I can
I'm gonna
use
have mine in my
mine.
phone. That's all I'm saying. Straight to the phone. Use it.
Hey, all you be looking at is that link.
Yeah, that's all y'all gonna be looking at. A link not going through.
How you gonna talk, Mark? You got an iPhone.
No, he don't.
I
Do
do
he?
got
say-
an iPhone.
Why I say Mark's iPhone?
Hey, I have no allegiance, man. I don't care about none of that shit.
He said I don't
It's
care
a
about
phone.
none of that shit. How do y'all feel about
Hey, Charles, I got to run. I'm gonna hit y'all back.
All right,
right.
man.
how do y'all
All
feel
right.
about how y'all feel about college athletes getting paid?
I think they should.
Think
Yeah.
they should?
Pay them.
Yeah, Pam.
Heck
The
yeah.
amount of money that they make for them schools is ridiculous, and they don't get shit for it.
Exactly. I feel the same way. There's people out there who
They
think
can-
they shouldn't get paid, and that they're being
Shit, they got bands out there not eating when they go out. Eating
But they
them,
get paid. I mean, most of them do get paid under the table. Like the real good ones. They
Yeah.
get paid to come to the school. You know, because think about it, like for basketball anyway, like that's one of the reasons why they took away the going high school straight to pros, because like people's like, man, I need the money now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, now to get you to that college, think about it like, hey, bro, okay, I give you 100,000 so your family good while you playing, because you're only going to be here for a year anyway. You know, let me get the best guy I could possibly get so I could win a championship that year for the school and bring more money into the school, because ticket sales and all that good stuff, 100K ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
they should have been getting paid though. They've been making all this money off these athletes, and a lot of times black athletes, and they don't get nothing. That's wild to me.
I agree. And then, you know, when they declare for the draft, they lose their scholarship, like they're done with school. I think they should be accumulating money up until they're able to declare.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Because if they don't get it, then they're fucked. They don't get the draft and they don't get a degree.
Yeah, like even though athletics is a way for black people to come out the hood or whatever to come up, you know what I'm saying? I also feel like a degree, like a part of that, I feel like we should just kind of stop pushing that, because our black kids are making these white schools money. They're not going to the HBCUs and making them money and keeping it in the community. And another, like, it's just an extension of back when Master used to make the big black men fight each other for sport. It's just all of them graduated. But I mean, that's just my thought process. I might be a little bit extreme on that, but that's why I stopped watching so many sports. That's why I stopped supporting a lot of it, because we're so much brighter than that.
Hey, I just passed the high school and I saw some people, I guess, going to a sport event. Y'all know that bell bottoms are back?
Yeah.
Wearing bell bottoms.
I got like 3 pair.
Damn, where the hell have I been?
No, I didn't know bell bottoms came back. That's funny. A lot of I was about to say. Damn, it was gonna be good too. I forgot what the hell I was about to say.
I think everybody quit, friend.
Damn. I looked away and like 5 people left. I mean, this is a good stopping point anyway. Hopefully, Angela, you'll join us again. And if anybody has any topics they want to discuss, y'all can just send them to me and then we can just discuss them next time. So you usually free on Saturdays? I don't know if you're gonna be back at home with the husband.
I probably will.
And we'll be able to join or not.
Of course I will. I'm grown. I do what I want.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm at, that I don't give a fuck phase. That's where I'm at.
I'm having
What's that, Jesus?
Jesus smoking his blunt because they mad at Ariel being old girl because she black. So I had to post that in the comments.
I'm so sick of that.
Don't get me started on white people being mad about white people. Yeah,
all the time. Every time it's a person of color, they always feeling some fucking type of way. I wish we could just, as a people, go somewhere and get the fuck on and let motherfuckers just rot on their own.
Yeah,
because that's what they'll do.
Because if we came together as a people and stop supporting and stop spending our money, this whole fucking economy would fucking fail. We have so much power. We have so much power, and we can't come together as a people, because I'm so sick of this shit. Every time it's a person of color for representation, these motherfuckers mad. The fuck you mad for?
The black people and gay people spend the most money in America.
And gay people, like Dave Chappelle said, I hate to say it, but the gay movement is a movement because they come together. We as a people, if we could come together like gay people came together, we would, whatever. I had to just put white Jesus when they're smoking a blunt, so they could.
So I'm a big Disney fan, right? And one year, me and my husband, we did an adult trip to Disney World, and I made him a shirt that said, "I'm with you for the D." So, but it had the Disney D.
I like that.
Disney come after your ass.
I'm about to say. They gonna
so bad. They was mad. They was like, "What about the children?" I was like, "Well, ma'am, if your children can understand this shirt, you need to have other conversations with your children. They don't have nothing to do with me in this shirt."
What about the children? Never mind. You know, I got kids. I fuck them damn kids.
I'm 100% out. Anything that my kids learn and bring to me, we're gonna have a conversation about it. You're not gonna hide this shit from your fucking kids.
You know, they always say, "What about the children?" But look at the exposure that kids get to the content on social media and on TV nowadays. You know, they're even turning cartoons with homosexuality. I'm not against homosexuality at all, but I'm just saying the cartoons are even sexual when you look at them, and
it's unnecessary.
It is. So it's like you have to have those conversations, because if you don't, they're getting exposed to the shit at school at such a young age. Evan was my oldest. He's 13 now. He was 4 or 5 years old when he came home and said, "Mom, what is sex?" Because kids at the school asked him if he was having sex yet. Fucking sex. He's 5.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yo, like my babies, they talk to me about every damn thing. Like that's how open we are. So it was funny as hell. My oldest daughter came to me. She was like, "Mommy, I think I'm gay." I was like, "Are you sure?" She was like, "Yeah, I think I like girls." I was like, "Do you like girls? Or you just think women are pretty?" She was like, "I think women are pretty." I was like, "Well, okay, let's hold out on whether or not you're gay when you actually have sex. Let's have that conversation then." And then that's when she explained to me like what they were considering bi and all this shit is what we was considering tomboys.
And that's even good because she was comfortable enough to come and talk to you. So as a parent, that's a plus.
I've always made that environment. I don't do that. Like my kids, we talk like friends, but at the same time, the respect is there. When I say, "Hey, you need to do XYZ," you're gonna do XYZ. So yeah, they feel comfortable enough to talk to me, but at the same time, they know that I'm a hide about it for them, and they know that I'm a be there. Like they know that if they don't do what they're supposed to do, they're gonna get it too. Like I don't put up with bullshit, but I'm gonna help you out of it if I must.
Makes sense.
Mark, check your messages.
All right.
Check mine too. I don't see nothing. I check mine too.
You get on my Mark be leaving me on red, man. We be deep in convo, and then he just leave me on red. I be like, "Nigga, if you don't check these goddamn messages."
Yeah, I done went to 4 to 5.
You done been at Target, the PX, Walmart.
That nigga chasing ass.
He pretending like he's shopping. Don't be getting jealous.
I'm not. I want to be at the house. Kitty. Is it Kitty? Kitty. Yeah. We're gonna have to get some of your topics in. Spencer, I got an idea. How about we do this? This is a new idea. How about you get a topic from everybody, like one topic per person, let them speak on, you know, what they're looking for in the topic, and then we all go in. So like each person give you a topic to talk about, and then they can explain what they're looking for, and then we all comment on it.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm open to ideas. It don't matter however we do it, as long as we do it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I kind of want us to be in a group chat, but I don't know how people will feel about that. A separate group chat for this, like, so if we have topics, we can just drop them in there versus me texting 10, 12 different people for the same thing.
Yeah.
And everybody will have an idea of like stuff we're gonna talk about, because everybody always wants to know. And if you just drop it in the chat, then everybody will know. But yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll just hit everybody up and ask for their topic and then just do it like that and then see how that goes. So.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a dud.
So I think we can. This is a good stopping point, and I'll see y'all next Saturday.
All right.
Later.
See y'all then.
All right, later.
Later.